Alright. Oh yeah, probably discover what's in here. Fifth floor. Fifth fucking floor. Just gotta keep coming up, bro. Alright. So here I am on the 5th floor of Hope's Peak Academy. The 5th floor has been opened up to us, and it's totally different from all the floors we've seen up till now. For some reason it feels unpleasant. I don't know, it looks kind of pleasant to me. Doesn't seem too bad. The floor feels different compared to all the others. I'm not sure what it is. Is there some reason for that? I hope it's not anything too creepy. It's like all classrooms. What's this? Bio. Raw. It's locked. We came all this way just to be denied here. The sign in the hall says Biolab. A biolab that we're forbidden from seeing into. It kind of sounds like something out of an old cheesy horror movie. 2 cheese sticks going down the hatch. What is that? What is this? What the hell is this? Well, Kyoko told me yesterday. What the heck did it mean?
Mikuro Ikusaba.
I'm gonna repeat this like fucking 5 times, bro.
The 16th student, lying hidden somewhere in the school. The one they call the ultimate despair.
The brother suppressed.
Watch out for her.
Kyoko? I'm not gonna say anything. Oh? I can't say anything. Kyoko narrowed her eyes. Her gaze darted up to the surveillance camera.
Hey.
You understand why, right? You're trying to tell me that whatever it was important. The mastermind couldn't find out. But how did Kyoko get her hands on information that could be this important?
So then...
We're finished here. You made it very clear that our conversation had come to an end. And just like usual, I didn't understand anything any better than before. Even though this room is totally enclosed, there's a cherry tree planted here, and it's in full bloom.
Hey.
It's quite elegant. Is what you consider elegant?
Indeed.
I lived overseas for a long time, so this kind of Japanese-style scenery is refreshing. And considering our situation, isn't it kind of out of place? My target seems pretty far away. Gotta say, pretty proud of my eyesight. Fuck. So the armor's on display. It's extremely Japanese. The straw post used for sword practice. Did they use it for training here too?
Yo!
At first I thought I saw blue skies, but turns out they just painted the walls and the ceiling.
You know?
Oh, but the plants are all real. It's been a while since I've smelled vegetation. It helps me relax.
What the heck?
That's not what you're thinking, is it? Huh? Why? Is that bad? Don't you get it? Don't you realize the true horror of plant life? It's there, just beneath the surface, beneath their calm exterior. They're always watching and waiting. And when they decide they can't leave us in charge of Earth anymore,
The end is nigh!
they'll put their plan for global human extinction into action.
Well?
I'm serious. Okay, dude. There's some kind of control panel set near the wall. Or does it control the air conditioning or something? It's for the sprinklers. Yeah, it controls the sprinklers in the garden. The sprinklers are set to go off every morning at 7:30. Don't you dare change it without permission. Of course, the setting panel is locked, so you couldn't change it if you wanted to. That means the sprinklers go off at 7:30 a.m. every morning. Yep, you got it. It's super user-friendly, which sucks. So if you get here too early, you'll get drenched, so watch yourself. You're not a little kid, right? You're too old to go running through sprinklers anyway.
Yes.
Or do you have some kind of water fetish? I'm gonna tell everyone. Okay. What is it? This thing is super weird, super creepy. Flowers aren't supposed to get this big. Is this thing real?
Watch out!
Get out of here, dude! That's a Monokuma flower. I came up with the name myself. Try and touch it and you're in for some real excitement. Your heart's all like, whoa, and the plant's all like, snap, and your flesh is all like, blah, I'm dead. In other words, it's a monstrosity. It's pretty freaking amazing if I do say so myself. A student at Hope's Peak added improvement after improvement and created this miracle creature, the ultimate botanist, although they don't go here anymore. They died during the tragedy. By the way, despite how it looks, the flower is super practical. It can eat paper, plastic, and even people, so it's totally good for the environment.
Wow.
Such an eco-friendly creation is vital for the future growth of a healthy society. Not that I know anything about that myself. Spouting more and more nonsense, Monokuma eventually disappeared. Whatever it is, I'd keep my distance. Just to be sure, let's take a look at that tool shed. This place seems totally disorganized, from a lawnmower to fertilizer, flower pots to farm tools. And leaning against the back wall, is that a pickaxe? There's a lawnmower here. Even with this here, who's actually going to take care of the lawn? So many flower pots, big ones, little ones, any size you might need. Maybe I'll grow some flowers to put in my room. There are different kinds of gardening tools here. Are they trying to get us to become self-sufficient? Bags of fertilizer are piled up. There are so many different kinds to choose from. Is there anything crazy in here? Oh, the pickaxe problem. Huh? There's something carved into the handle of this pickaxe. Crazy diamond. I feel like I remember seeing that somewhere. Okay, that's about it in here. Maybe I should murder him right now. Is this a chicken coop? What's a chicken coop doing here? This place even has chickens, huh? They're just regular chickens, right? Like, they don't eat people or lay bombs instead of eggs or something crazy like that, right? It seems safe. It's a chicken, it really, oh. What is that? Is that a chicken back? Is that the tail? It's a tail, okay. I thought it would say it's a rooster. No, dude! Oh, you like chicken soup, Makoto? Yeah, I love these little guys. They're seriously cute, right? And there's exactly 5 of them here. Exactly? 5, you know, the number that comes after 4 and before 6, at least in terms of natural numbers. Anyway, whenever the number 5 pops up, that's a good omen. It contains the mysteries of the cosmos.
I'm at least 30% right.
It's a number of power, a refreshing number on par with the hand-squeezed all-natural lemonade. He never lets me get a word in edgewise. And that seems like it's about it here. My hair is all fucked up. went in there. We went in there. These are our classrooms. I guess I can just check them out, I suppose. Oh, this is different. Okay. I did not think that was gonna be the case. What the hell is this? The grotesque horror of the room struck me hard and fast. What I saw was bad enough, but what I smelled, it was poor, pungent, and possibly rank.
I see.
It smells awful, doesn't it? It must be at least vaguely familiar to you. After all, you've been around your fair share of corpses. Are you saying it's a smell of death? Their flesh and fat and blood? There was no surprise in his voice, no shock, but he was right. I had experienced this smell before, more than once. It was the smell of death and despair. But the smell here is strong, condensed. It's the smell of a battlefield. Monokuma must have...
Hey.
What? My fault again? Stop trying to blame everything on me. If I hadn't done what you did, this... If you hadn't done what you did, this would never have happened? What are you talking about? What the fuck? No. It's quite the opposite. The opposite?
Now then.
Yup. Let me give you an itty-bitty, squeegee little hint. As far as the room goes, I don't know a thing. I just left it exactly how I found it.
Yes, indeed.
How is that for a hint? Better than those stupid hints you get from NPCs in those mean old RPGs. But it's pretty scary, huh? Blood all over the walls and junk. Of course, even in the outside world, people die bloody, gruesome deaths every day.
I can't wait.
So it's not really a big deal. Just keep your chin up and keep on living, soldier. What's he talking about? He just left it the way he found it? What's the meaning of all this? There are white chalk outlines drawn all over the floor. How many bodies were there? I've seen this kind of thing on detective shows and stuff like that. You always see it at the scene of a murder. I wish I could say I don't believe it. There's blood all over the place. I want to shut my eyes forever against such a ghastly sight. It appears that the blood stains are dry, and the color has changed as well. I think it's safe to assume these stains are considerably old. This is all real blood? Of course, I wouldn't find it interesting otherwise. And it is interesting, I assure you. What on earth happened in this classroom? He seems like he's enjoying himself. No way can I keep up with someone like that. Why is that not something we should look at? Byakuya, about what Monokuma just told us. It's like I'm not even here. He must be lost in thought. Is he really thinking that hard, or is he just flat out ignoring me? No matter what, no matter where, surveillance cameras are following our every move. I mean, they're absolutely everywhere. How many cameras does this place have anyway? I thought that I don't know, I thought this would be good to look at, but whatever. Well, I'm out of here. I guess the scene what there is to see up here now. But once again, nothing I found seems to make any real sense. I need to head back to the dining hall and find out what the others turned up. About a sex of my mother. One after another, everyone made their way to the dining hall. And before too long, it would appear everyone has returned. But still, it's just the 6 of us. That's barely enough for a decent volleyball team.
Just a second.
Hey, don't be a sourpuss. We gotta think positive. Besides, even if one more person dies, we could still field the basketball team.
Hey.
That's like reverse positive thinking. Anyway, there's no time to be depressed. For the sake of everyone we've lost, we have to do our best. Can we stop all this group hug nonsense? We need to find out what everyone discovered. By the way, did any of you find it? The other strange room on the 5th floor? Well, no strange is a massive understatement. The smell of flesh and fat and blood. The white outlines of countless corpses. It was, I mean, you can count them. There's a couple there you can count. It was more dreadful than anything I've encountered here so far. What the hell are you talking about? The smell itself was horrific, far beyond any normal murder scene. Everybody's smell concentrated.
Huh?
God, I'm glad I didn't see it. I feel like I'm gonna barf just hearing you describe it. But I mean, what the hell happened in that room?
So in
I
other
can only
words,
think of one thing. A large group of people died right there in that room. How much people were killed in there? Stop, seriously, I'm gonna throw up.
It can't be.
Perhaps that's what was meant by the biggest, most awful, most tragic event in human history. Huh? You're thinking the same thing then. My theory is the mass murder that took place in that room is the incidents that have happened 1 year ago. The awful scene in that room. That was the tragedy that happened a year ago?
in other words,
Precisely. The tragedy is another name for the genocide of the student body of Hope's Peak Academy. If that's
It's all
true,
clear now.
that would explain why Hope's Peak was forced to close its doors.
Hey.
I mean, I guess that all makes sense, but it's all just so awful. Not just awful, super awfully awful. They're right, it's beyond awful. It's terrible, tragic, hopeless. But still, how is it not one of us ever heard about something like that happening? Does that mean they really did cover it up?
Yeah.
I checked all the windows on the 5th floor, front to back. That used to be kind of Sakura's job, but anyway, no dice. There were metal plates on all the windows just like everywhere else.
Correct.
Which means no chance of escape on the 5th floor either.
So,
But when I was looking around, I realized something about the layout of the school. What exactly did you notice about the layout of the school?
just a second.
You took a good look around the 5th floor yourself, didn't you, Makoto? Huh? Why do you
So
ask?
then-
Because if you did, you must have noticed. The 5th floor is lacking something every other floor has. Something on all the other floors, but not on the 5th floor? Are you talking about stairs? There aren't any stairs leading up from the 5th floor. That's what you're talking about, right? Does that mean the 5th floor is the end?
Correct.
We're finally trying to get a clear picture of the school. All that's left now is to solve the underlying mystery. But that's the hardest part.
Okay.
Even if it's hard, we still gotta do it. Yeah, Hina's right. Everything will be okay as long as we work together. I'm sure we'll make it out of this. No, not I'm sure. We absolutely will make it out, no matter what it takes. I didn't even see her up there. Hey, Byakuya, it seems like Toko wants to say something.
what?
So, why are you telling me?
Hey.
Well, because you told her to zip it or whatever. I'd forgotten about that. Jesus, man, I know you like torturing her, but come on. Well, Toko, if you want to envelop us all in your putrid breath, I won't stop you. You honor me, master. And don't worry, I took care of the odor problem. Seriously, you're just gonna take it? Shut up, and don't interrupt the master and me are talking. Okay, so what did you want to tell us? Well, I was in a classroom on the 5th floor, and something caught my attention. It was this. A knife. Whoa, that thing is huge. It's like Rambo size.
What?
It's a survival knife of some type. But what was it doing in a classroom?
Well,
How would I know?
Very
What are you gonna
suspicious.
use that knife for? What are you planning to do to us? I'm not gonna do anything. I just picked it up. I don't want to leave a knife just laying around.
How about that?
I'd rather have it laying around than in the hands of a serial killer. Don't compare me to her. I'm nothing like her. Listen, more important. Now that we have the knife, what are we gonna do with it?
You know?
We can't let Toko keep it, that's for sure. We don't know what she might do.
what's your problem?
I don't want it anyway, it's too dangerous. So what to do?
So then,
Why don't you hang on to it, Makoto? Huh? Me? Oh yeah, I totally trust Makoto to take care of it.
Okay.
But that's that. Hold on, don't I get a say?
It's all clear.
It just shows how much they trust you. You should do as they ask. Are you sure it's trust? I feel like they're just using me. Okay, so here you go, Makoto. Doesn't like I already said yes. Fine. Since there's nothing I can do, I'll just keep it in my desk drawer for now. Anyway, that's all I wanted to say. Hey, Toko. Do I still have a bad breath? Sorry, I'm sorry it stinks. I'm sorry it stinks. I'm sorry.
That's fine.
You have made a valuable discovery. Good job. Huh? Did Master just praise me? Hey, good for you. I'm dreaming. I must be dreaming. Oh, that I would ever experience such a dream. I feel strange. So strange. Really strange. Oh no. Whenever I look at Toko these days, it makes me feel sad.
hey,
What concern us with the biolab that was the only place on the 5th floor that we couldn't access? The biolab, huh? I wonder what's in there.
Could it be?
If this were like a cliche horror game, it'd be some kind of creature, the final boss, or tyrant or something. Yeah, he's talking about some Resident Evil, bruh. That's fire.
But
Hold on. We're not in a horror game, though. Either way, we don't need to worry about it at the moment. Don't bother thinking about something that can't be understood no matter how much you think about it.
Naturally.
Their tiny brains can only do so much, so focus on utilizing them efficiently.
well,
I don't really like how you said it, but what you said is probably right.
What?
No, how I said it is right too.
You know?
Well, there's a big garden up on the 5th floor, and I found more than one thing to be worried about. A stupidly large plant and a chicken coop, and I know what you're gonna say, but a tool shed. Monokuma said that was called the Monokuma flower. Even touching it seems dangerous, so we have to be careful.
You're serious?
It's totally a man-eating plant, I'm pretty sure. It's different from the ones that live in the pipe, though. Anyway, that thing must benefit from the sprinkler system as much as anything else in here. Oh yeah, apparently the sprinklers come on every morning at 7:30 on the dot. Yeah, remember that. You don't want to get drenched and catch a cold.
yeah.
But you don't have to worry, they say idiots never catch colds, you know? Of course not, because idiots never get wet. I think you're thinking of ducks. I'm starting to worry about you, Hero. Can you tell me what the plus 10 is? Or 10 plus 10 is? Hey, come on, you don't always have to call me dumb. I may have been held back a few times, but it doesn't make me stupid. But if it'll make you happy, I'll answer your dumb question.
Huh?
So, what was the question again? Don't worry, you just answered it. I gotta talk to him 3 fucking times now. There were a bunch of chickens in the chicken coop, right? That's right, 5. 5 chickens. I love chickens. Let's raise them up big and fat, then we can make fried chicken. Oh, or barbecue. Decisions. Oh, or how about raw? Because there's nothing fresher than raw, right? I'm pretty sure that'd kill you. Oh my god.
You know?
You notice it too, huh? That
What?
pickaxe. Huh? What about a pickaxe? Well, there was a pickaxe in the tool shed, and the word Crazy Diamond had been carved into the handle. Haven't we seen that phrase somewhere before? Isn't that the baseball player, right? Crazy Diamond. Yeah, that does sound kind of familiar, I think.
It's true.
I don't just think, I know. We've definitely seen that phrase before. Huh? Where? Oh, that's it, I remember. Oh, it's him, Crazy Diamond. Yeah, it's one of those two, I knew that. It was on Mundo's uniform, on the back of his jacket. His jacket's the same thing, right? Crazy Diamond.
I see.
You're absolutely right. But why would that be on the pickaxe in the garden?
Could it be?
Mundo must have snuck in there and done it, right?
Not possible.
But we didn't have access to the garden until today.
That's right.
Then maybe Mundo brought it with him when he first came here. Monokuma confiscated it? Whatever the reason, that's what stuck out to me in the tool shed. The pickaxe connected to Mundo. Well, what stuck out to me wasn't the pickaxe at all. Huh? Then what did?
Yo!
What I noticed was the lawnmower. I'm thinking maybe we can use it to call for help. How are you gonna call for help with a lawnmower?
What the heck?
I don't know, maybe I can use it to make crop circles or something? Yeah, that's it. I'm gonna make crop circles.
Well?
So we can use those to call for help. What the heck's happened to you? You weren't like this in the beginning, you know?
You know?
Well, back then my personality hadn't quite solidified yet. I didn't think it was possible, but I'm more disappointed in you now than I've ever been. Well, I think that's all the information we have for now.
Yo!
So, now, what do we do? Well, starting today, you're all under my command, but before we proceed, I need to figure something out.
No way!
Jeez, how cocky can you be? You're gonna bust through the ceiling if your head gets any bigger. So, what does he want to figure out? Kyoko's identity. Huh?
Well,
Kyoko's identity? But Kyoko is Kyoko, right? Yes, but who is she? The rest of us have a clear, definable reason for having been selected to attend Hope's Peak Academy. Hina's the ultimate swimming pro. Hiro's the ultimate clairvoyant. When Makoto is even the Makoto is the ultimate lucky student. More unlucky than lucky these days, but you can't really say that nigga hasn't died yet for real and has made it past every trial. So really, pretty lucky. So what about Kyoko? Can someone tell me what she is? I know you mentioned it. She's never told us. Well, Kyoko doesn't really like talking about herself anyway, right? It's not a matter of what she likes or doesn't like. This is a matter of trust. When you trust someone who's unwilling to reveal their true identity, you need to avoid raising any more unnecessary suspicions. So, Kyoko, it's time you told us. I can't.
Huh?
What? Why won't you tell us?
Wrong.
I didn't say I won't. I said I can't.
What the heck?
What do you mean?
So...
Because I don't remember. What? I have no memory of what I am. You have no memory? You mean amnesia?
What?
If I thought you had a sense of humor, I'd say you were joking. But if this is a joke, I'm not laughing.
This is very
Can't be serious
suspicious.
right now, can you? I knew you wouldn't believe me. That's why I didn't say anything.
However...
It doesn't matter. Either way, the truth will make itself clear before we're done.
What?
If you have no intention of telling us, then I can no longer stand by and do nothing.
Hey,
What are you gonna do, torture me? Nothing so barbaric as that.
It's all clear now.
I would simply limit your options. I can't allow you to engage in any further suspicious activity.
what?
Limit my options?
Just give up.
Give me the key to your room. But if she gives you her room key, she can't go to sleep in her room. She'll be breaking school regulation. If she doesn't want that, she'll talk. It's easy. All she has to do is tell us about herself. Just hold on. A threat like that.
That's fine.
Fine. I understand. Good. You're finally in the mood for conversation. Without saying a word, Kyoko walked right up to Rebecca and held out her room key to him.
It can't be.
You damn fool. Why do you refuse to talk?
Because...
Whether I want to or not, I can't. All I can do is keep telling you that.
So,
Maybe she really did lose her memory. I really think about it, it doesn't sound totally impossible. This is the worst school ever, where only the worst stuff happens, right? Amnesia would fit right in.
However...
The worst school where only the worst things happen? Do you really mean that? Huh?
Hey,
Can you really be sure that life here has been filled with only the worst things? What do you mean? Messa said too much. Kyoko then turned her back on us and without a word began to walk away.
Come on.
Where do you think you're going?
goodbye.
Don't worry, I'm not gonna go do anything to harm any of you. Those were her last words as she left. Kyoko's last words. The dining hall was silent. The only sound was the door opening and closing as Kyoko left the room.
What the heck?
What's her deal?
but
I think you went too far taking a room key like that. Or for her, that wasn't far enough. Or maybe she gets off on the attention. I can't believe her, enjoying getting yelled at.
Stop talking.
You're getting noisy again, Toko.
Come on.
Sorry, I can still hear you. The sound of you breathing, of your heart beating, it grates on me.
Hey.
Oh my god. Are you telling her to die? I mean, I know how you feel, but what's Kyoko gonna do now? Plus, this situation, it's just like before. It's so different from when everyone started accusing Sakura. And I'm no different either. I still can't stop anyone.
What?
What the hell? Why are you yelling all of a sudden?
because I mean,
How's the look? Oh. It's you. How long have you been standing there? I'm very, very upset. Oh. Somebody's just wailing their horn outside of my house. Angry at what? At the thief. Yes, that's right. I'm very sad to have to tell you there's a thief in the mist. What?
hey,
My precious. They stole it. You're precious.
teacher
Your teacher
had
had...
such faith in you, and this is how you repay me with betrayal.
Reality is filled with so much hardship, isn't it? No wonder people run away into their fantasies. But what the heck is your precious? Shut up. I hope all of you get stuck in a hiring freeze and die penniless on the street.
What the heck?
And he's gone. What the heck was all that about?
So,
He said something about his precious getting stolen. Does anyone have any idea what that might be? It's likely it has something to do with Kyoko. Huh? Who else other than her would be willing to be able to steal something from Monokuma? Did Kyoko really steal something from Monokuma? But if that's true, what was it? And why would she do that? Ding dong, bing bong.
This is a school announcement. It is now 10 p.m. As such, it is officially nighttime. Soon the doors to the dining hall will be locked, and entry at that point is strictly prohibited. Okay then. Sweet dreams, everyone. Good night. Sleep tight. Don't let the bed bugs bite.
Uh-oh, we need to get out of
You
here.
know?
We can talk about this more tomorrow, and about Kyoko. However, after what just happened with Monokuma and Kyoko, I feel like there's something in the air. I would suggest you take extra precautions tonight. Stay in your rooms, don't go wandering around.
well,
Not like we need you to tell us that.
Goodbye.
Well then, let's disperse. I'll see you tomorrow. Following his lead, each of us went back to our rooms. Ah, that's right. I think the safest place for it will be in my desk drawer. But anyway, is Kyoko really gonna be okay? She can't get into her room. What's she gonna do? Isn't there something I can do? Something I can... She gonna come in my room? Nigga? It's up in my eyes. I realized I'd fallen asleep without realizing it. But more important, did I hear the doorbell? Let's save after all that dialogue. This game hasn't had any bugs, obviously, so far, but I always get scared that after all that, it'll crash or something random. Kyoko?
Hey,
I've been waiting for you in the dressing room. See you there. Hey, wait, Kyoko. Without acknowledging me, Kyoko disappeared into the depths of the darkened hallway. I know we're not supposed to go out during nighttime, but I can't just not go.
hey,
Sorry for asking you to meet with me so late. It's okay, I'm used
correct.
to it. Indeed.
So then,
Well then, let me get straight to the point. It's something you can't talk about in front of the surveillance cameras, right? So does that mean, does that have something to do with whatever it is you stole from Monokuma? Monokuma told us earlier that someone had stolen something from him. Was it you?
indeed.
That's right. So I was right. What did you steal?
So,
I stole this. A key. But looking at it, I could tell it wasn't just any key. It was shaped like Monokuma. It was probably the only key of its kind on Earth. Where did you get this?
so...
From the headmaster's room. How did she get in? What? You snuck into the headmaster's room? Wasn't it locked?
However,
The lock was broken. What?
correct.
It was Sakura. She did it for us. Oh. She did?
Indeed.
Remember what she said in her note? I'm not gonna just lay down and die. I will fight you. So Sakura broke into the headmaster's room for us?
That's right.
That's right, so that we can uncover whatever secrets may lie within. Lay hidden within. She did that for us. She violated the school regulations to help us. She'd already decided to die, so her last act was to defy the rules of this place.
Indeed.
I noticed the room was open after the class trial was over yesterday, but if I just strolled into the room, Monokuma would have noticed right away, which is why I used you as a decoy. You asked me to meet you at the data center in order to...
Correct.
I wanted you to draw Monokuma's attention. I took that opportunity to sneak into Headmaster's room, and as a result, I found this key. Wow. Then, what you told me yesterday, did that come from the Headmaster's room too?
Mukuro Ikusaba.
Damn.
The 16th student.
She's really the
lying
MC
hidden
here.
Somewhere in
I'm
the
nothing,
school.
bruh.
The
I'm a
one they
bystander.
call the ultimate despair. Watch out for her.
Did you find out about Makuro Ikusaba while you were in there?
Indeed.
I did find a file in the headmaster's room that talked about her, yes. I don't know all the details yet, but one thing I do know is that Makuro Ikusaba is dangerous. Dangerous?
In other words,
She may very well be the mastermind. Mastermind? Didn't Alter Ego say that the headmaster was probably the mastermind?
wrong.
No, the headmaster isn't the mastermind, I'm sure of that. What? I don't have proof yet, but I have no doubt I'm right. To make such a strong statement without proof, that's not like Kyoko at all. But if it isn't the headmaster, does that mean Makuro Ikusaba really could be the mastermind?
Anyway,
This key is the one big opportunity we've been waiting to get our hands on. Now that we've grasped it, we can't let it go, can we? Sure, but I mean, what's this key even unlocked?
so...
I don't know yet, which is why I need you to draw Monokuma's attention again while I go and find out. Yes, sir. Wait, so you're planning on sneaking back in again? You can't, that's way too dangerous. And you want me to draw his attention, but we don't actually know there's just one mastermind, right? There's more than one person watching us.
Is that right?
But they didn't catch on last night, right? Maybe we just got lucky.
Hey,
Be bait, because you are the FC. That, Or maybe the mastermind can't monitor us and control Monokuma at the same time. Like I said, we didn't get caught last night. But as you said, maybe it was pure luck. This is why we're going to run the experiment one more time. And if we're successful again, then what may have been a lucky guess will be proven true. As Kyoko talked, she was calm and collected as ever. I couldn't help but just stand there and listen.
hey,
If it's true that the mastermind can't watch us and control Monokuma at the same time, then there would have to be a period of time where the mastermind is vulnerable. What we need to do is find out for sure if that's actually true and if we can exploit it. Maybe, but no matter what the reward, the risk is just too high. When I think what might happen if we fail,
Why is that?
I don't think you need to worry all that much after all. With minimal restrictions, you are free to explore Hope's Peak Academy at your discretion. No restrictions have been placed on our efforts to solve the mystery, am I wrong? Even when I took the key, I didn't break any rules as far as I can tell. But if the mastermind decides to do something, all the rules in the world won't matter. He can just kill us without a second thought.
I see.
I see. In that case, even if the plan fails, we'll still be able to prove or disprove the hypothesis.
Correct.
What? In a moment of crisis, will the mastermind break their own rules or adhere to them no matter what?
In other words,
we gain something whether we succeed or not. Now, there's no reason not to do it, right? But
if you spend all your time trying to avoid danger, you'll never move forward.
that's right. We know the danger, but if that risk means solving the mystery, we have no choice.
Hey,
Am I wrong? At that moment, I finally realized I had never seen the slightest hint of fear or despair in Kyoko's eyes. Her gaze was firmly fixed on the mystery ahead, the enemy standing before us, and with that in view, she just smiled. I can't change how I feel, and wouldn't if I could. Then Kyoko took something from her coat pocket and held it out to me. Huh? What's this?
it's true.
Consider it a symbol of my determination. Don't open it yet. Only open it if something ever happens to me. If something happens.
However,
Without planning on dying, but there's always a chance of it, and a death without meaning is unappealing.
hey,
Please, I want you to hold on to it for me. Fine, I'll hold on to it just because you asked me to, but I'm gonna give it back at some point. You can be sure of that.
indeed.
Yes, of course.
Hey,
Oh, and one more thing. You can't tell anyone else about what I've discovered. Sure, because there's a chance that Meshman might find out, right?
indeed.
Well, there's that too. Huh? You mean there's something else?
Well,
It's nothing. Forget I said anything. I can't just forget that easily.
so then,
Okay then, shall we begin?
Makoto.
I'm counting on you, Makoto. I just have to get Monokuma's attention, right? Well, I gave it my best shot.
Goodbye.
I'm going on ahead. The rest is up to you. Her curt goodbye was no different from any other time. And like every other time, she moved at a brisk pace as she left. What wasn't like every other time was the sudden knot I felt in my stomach as I watched her walk away. No, everything's gonna be fine, I know it. Because it's Kyoko. Talking to myself helped shake off some of my anxiety. And then I got to work. Okay, let's do this. Hey Monokuma, you can see me, right? Get out here. I've got a bone to pick with you. Then a few minutes later.
Monokuma appears!
Well, well, this is a surprise. You being the one to call me out? Hey, by the way, what were you and Kyoko up to? Going to the bathhouse with the two of you in the middle of the night? Definitely a hot and steamy moment, wouldn't you say? So warm and wet. So wet and warm. I bet you guys were moved to conform with local and international censorship laws. All over her, didn't you? Oh my god. Not gonna talk, huh? Sure, I get it. Well, whatever. Unlike you, I have absolutely no interest in late night bath scenes. Because I like to maintain a healthy life of observation, far away from X-rated exploits. Oh, so is this why there's no surveillance cameras in the bathroom?
Wow.
Bullseye. Or is it maybe because the lens gets all fogged up and you can't see anything anyway? Sounds like that's the bullseye to me.
You need something?
Anyway, you went to all that trouble to get me out here. Now what do you want? Well, there's something I wanted to confirm with you.
Say what?
Whether I'm a mademoiselle or a dude fella.
Actually,
But in the Bear Kingdom, there is no male or female. Actually there is. Seriously?
my
Then
entire
what am I?
existence. This is kind of
That's enough.
depressing.
I'll get stuck if I think about it too much. So what did you really want to ask me? Oh well, you told us earlier that your precious have been stolen. What's this precious of yours?
What are you
Listen, I'm sure it's
thinking?
a silly question. No way it's possible and all, but is that seriously what you dragged me out here to ask me? You gotta be kidding me. You gotta be 100 megaton freaking kidding me. You're not gonna ask something useful like how to get the best honey or Ursan breeding tips? This is just crazy. Are all pubescent teen boys as nutty as you?
What the heck?
God, you're so annoying. Fine, I'll tell you. It was a key and that's it. What was that second thing? It's a blank stupid. A secret. Fill it in yourself. Making me trudge all the way out here for that. I'd like to see what's going on in that brain of yours.
Boom, boom.
And the next time you summon me for something so stupid, I'll open up your skull and find out. Dropping more than a few swear words, Monokuma stormed off. I hope I kept him distracted long enough. Now all I can do is wait and hope Kyoko makes it out okay. No, she'll be fine. It's Kyoko after all. I'm sure she's fine, right? I went back to my room and laid down, doing my best to settle my nerves and get back to sleep.
Monokuma Theater, brought to you by Spike Toonsoft Company Limited.
Okay, thanks. The hell is this? What the hell is this? This looks so shit. Dr. Revenge, the game the world has been waiting for. Unfortunately, development has been canceled. Of course, if enough people buy Danganronpa, who knows? So buy a copy for yourself and all your friends. This never came out, brother. They're liars, bruh. This super solid, super fashionable game was canceled during development. But it'll start back up again if Danganronpa sells well?
Then you guys have to recommend it to your friends, too.
What? That shit never came out. Crazy. Them boys. That's probably why this game blew up. This game blew up because they were trying to get that game out.
Good morning, everyone. It is now 7 a.m. and nighttime is officially over. Time to rise and shine. Get ready to greet another
Beautiful day. I need a review, bro, to talk like Monokuma for real. My body feels so heavy this morning. It must be because I was up so late last night. Anyway, I need to get to the dining hall. Wait, did I say it? Okay, it doesn't make a sound.
What?
You're 1 minute late, Makoto. How do you explain this? Sorry, I'm not feeling so great today.
What's your
You
problem?
really think a tired excuse like that is gonna work?
Huh?
Huh? Are you allowed to talk again? I don't recall giving you permission. Huh? I just thought, I mean, since a day had passed, it had maybe reset. Sorry, please don't hate me. Whatever my punishment is, I'll accept it. I'll hang a sign from my neck that says, "Bad girl, I'll clean your room with my toothbrush." If you stop making disgusting comments like that, maybe I can forgive you. Thank you. I won't make any more disgusting comments, I promise. If I do, you can stuff my mouth full of trash. As long as it's you and no one else, I don't mind. It's so you. She's disgusting to the bone.
So,
Anyway, where's Kyoko?
Could it be?
Not cool. This is worse than being late for lunch, for a date, for your wedding, for anything. Maybe she's mad about what happened yesterday and she's not going to show up anymore. I can't tell the others why Kyoko might not be here. The best thing to do right now is just to keep quiet.
Very strange.
Whatever her reason, I'm curious to know what she is doing. I know she's not in her room, so...
You know?
Oh yeah, you still have her key, right?
What's this?
You're looking for Miss Kirigiri?
What?
What do you want now?
Hey! Hey!
I'm right? You're wondering where Miss Kirigiri is, right? Do you know where she is?
Ooh.
Well, it's hard to say.
Huh?
Huh? You don't know either?
What?
It's because he doesn't know. That's why he's here, to try and prod us for information.
Uh-huh.
Hey, don't you hate it when you ask someone what their favorite movie is and they come with some indie bullcrap?
This is
I feel like I'm getting
very
whiplash the way he
suspicious.
changes subjects like that. Thank goodness looks like Monokuma really didn't notice, so I guess our plan went off just fine last night. Which could mean...
Hey,
Could she have been right about that?
Hey! Hey!
So, was I right? You're looking for Miss Kirigiri? Any idea where she might have gone? We have no idea.
What the heck?
And even if we did, we wouldn't tell you.
What the heck?
For serious. I see. Well, fine, whatever. I don't even care anymore. Sayonara, suckers. As soon as he was gone, we all glanced around at each other. So, what was it just now? Does that mean Monokuma doesn't know where she is either? It would seem that way.
You know?
Where the heck could she have gone? Don't you think we should all go look for her? And how would you suggest we approach that task? Even Monokuma can't seem to locate her.
Very suspicious.
Yeah, how could he not know where she is?
Yeah, totally.
So strange. Luka must have used that key to stick in some unknown part of the school. But somewhere even Monokuma wouldn't notice? Where could it be? We spent the rest of breakfast talking about where Kyoko could have gone. Afterwards, we returned to our rooms. Nah, we good on free time nowadays, brother. We good on this free time. Breakfast didn't help me feel any more upbeat, that's for sure. I feel like this is more than just me staying up late last night. Yeah, we going straight to bed, dude. We going straight to bed. Straight to bed, dude. I feel worse than this morning. My body feels like lead, and now I'm getting chills. This is bad. I think I might be getting sick. Whoa. I'm getting the chills. I'm getting the chills. I feel kind of dizzy. I can't help it. I need sleep. Nighttime wasn't for a while, but I felt like my body had reached its limit. As I dropped onto my bed, I feel like I was falling into a bottomless pit. Bro, you slept all day, brother. I was unconscious before my head hit the pillow. Well, that's not quite true. I didn't pass out completely. More likely, my conscience went dim. I weaved back and forth between sleep and wakefulness. Is this about the body thing? Like what each of them done to their body? Maybe. I was restless. Nig. At some point, I found myself wandering through a strange dream. And within the dream, a voice echoed across the halls of my mind.
I understand.
That sounds like the guy from Persona 3, the fucking death, the little kid that he signs the contract with. That's what it sounds like. That voice, it's so familiar. It's
Understand.
It's me.
I understand. I should understand everything. My
Bro,
goal
it's
isn't
tripping.
to get out of here. It's to stay here.
What? Huh? What am I trying to say?
Hope. This is all for hope. And that's why I have to stay. I have to stay here.
What? Bro, busted.
My dream just now. What? So strange. Huh?
Oh shit.
Kyoko? What did you say?
What the hell? What just happened? What just happened, bruh? Is she knocking? Did she knock? Or is she the student too? Is that her real name? I don't know. Every day is peaceful. Every day is joyful. Happy days from the time you wake up, from the time you go to sleep. Wishing only for... Shut the fuck up. Wishing only for those unchanging, unending happy days. Days of boredom repeating over forever and ever. No abnormalities as far as the eye can see. Life without the tiniest speck of abnormality.
If the world were like that, I'd consider that pretty damn abnormal.
Just kind of spitting facts there. What the fuck happened last night?
Good morning, everyone. Get ready to...
Another beautiful day. It took longer than usual for me to open my eyes. I let out a deep sigh to bring myself up the rest of the way. The chills, the aches, the unfathomable lethargy, they had all disappeared in the night. All that was left was me, drenched in sweat. It wasn't just because of whatever bug I'd caught either. It was also the dream I had. What the hell was that? I mean, was it even really a dream? I was desperate to recall it all. I scrambled to grab onto fragments of the dream and reel them up from the depths of my memory. That's right, I remember last night. I came down with a fever and couldn't quite get to sleep. And I heard a voice I didn't really understand, and then... Gah! All of a sudden, I was awake. And there was a strange person standing next to my bed wearing a mask. And they were holding a knife. I want to say I fought them off, but I don't actually remember. I felt like my mind had been attached to my body, burning up with a fever. I was somewhere far away watching my body move on its own, and because of that, I don't remember what really happened, but still, I feel like I resisted them desperately, feverishly. After that, things go black again. The next thing I remember, Kyoko was there. But what would she have been doing in my room? What a strange dream. No, was it really a dream? How can I possibly find out either way? What is going on? Did anybody confirm? Oh. Oh, to check the knife. Open the desk drawer and... Huh? It's empty, there's nothing inside. Wait, nothing inside? That's strange, because it definitely wasn't before. I'm positive I put the knife I got from Toko in here. Wait, that means... the knife they told me to keep safe. I knew it, I just had a feeling. It wasn't a dream after all. But if that's true, this all makes even less sense. Why would someone have wanted to attack me? And who was that behind the mask? And why was Kyoko... What the hell is going on? Well, I don't think I'm gonna figure it out on my own. I should head to the dining hall. And I can talk to everyone else about it.
Hey, Makoto.
Yep, that's Makoto, sure as the sky's blue. Hey, Hina. Is it just her? What's up, dog? You really had me worried, you know? What happened to you last night? Worried? Yeah, right after nighttime hit, we all went to get you. We were hammering away at your doorbell, but you never answered. We thought maybe you'd been, you know... I mean, not that it actually happened. I mean, nobody here would want to, you know... But anyway, what are you doing? Or what were you doing? I didn't feel good, so I went right to bed. I had no idea you guys even showed up. But why did you come get me? Did something happen? Well, lots of stuff, actually. I'm not sure I can really explain.
Okay.
Let's go meet up with everyone else. Then they can tell you all about it. So is everyone waiting at somewhere else or something?
That's right.
Oh, yeah, we all stayed up the whole night. What? The whole night. I lost that rock, paper, scissors, so I had to come get breakfast for everyone.
Okay.
So you got here just in time. Come on, help me carry it. Okay, sure. Everyone's in the gym. Hurry up, I'll meet you there. The gym? Why is everyone in the gym? And the entire fight? Or entire night? There he is.
Huh?
This is worse than
Oh,
being
hey,
late for your
Makoto.
wedding, the birth of your son, and your own funeral all at once.
What?
Jeez, to show up now like it's no big deal? You made us stay up all night while you slept like a baby in your bed? Just like Hina said, everyone was there besides Kyoko, and then I noticed they'd formed a circle around something. As soon as I saw what that something was, what the? Before I could catch myself, I cried out. What the hell? Spread out in front of them, there were the remains of Monokuma.
What are you doing?
What does it look like? We're dismantling it to see what makes it tick.
Dismantling? But I mean, that's Monokuma you're messing with, right?
Yeah, that's right.
She's not even phased.
The hell happened? Relax, there's no danger. You say that, but what is this? What are you guys doing? Seriously, what are you thinking? How can you say tearing apart something like that isn't dangerous?
Hey, come on.
Well, I guess I'll handle this. I'll explain what's going on, Makoto, because that's how much I like it. Byakuya found this little fella laying around and we tore it apart. That doesn't explain anything.
What?
But before we went to bed last night, I came to the gym to try to talk to Monokuma. Wanted to see if he had any new information about Kyoko's disappearance. And I found him here, just like normal, however. When I found him, he was no more than a regular toy. He didn't react, didn't say a word. You're saying he wasn't moving at all? I waited there until nighttime officially began, but still Monokuma laid there motionless. I gathered everyone up as quickly as possible so they could take a look. Even then, he still didn't make a move. So I immediately initiated the assembly process. It was Master's stroke of genius, a chance to find out what made Monokuma tick. One thing we discovered is that he's quite a sophisticated machine. It's leagues beyond any normal remote control. Toy, or whatever the fuck. Who has enough time to invest in something like that anyway? But besides that, what I'm wondering is, why did he stop moving all of a sudden? I thought maybe he'd malfunctioned, but we didn't find any cause as we were taking him apart. So if he didn't break down,
So in other words,
then maybe something happened to the puppeteer, the mastermind, something unexpected. I can't imagine any other possibility. Something unexpected. They're probably so scared of Master they ran away in terror.
Could it be?
Or maybe they get sick or something. Monokuma made his announcement this morning, right? Who was that? If not the mastermind. Oh, I'm sure that's a recording. It's set to a timer and plays as necessary. That's true. He says the exact same thing every day, right?
Hey.
Hey guys, I don't think now's a good time for light
You know?
conversation. And I found something. What is it? It's...
Huh?
It's what? A bomb. There's one installed in every Monokuma robot, I'm sure.
What?
A bomb? That's super bad. We need to get rid of it. Roger that. It appears the bomb has a motion sensor. Any set of movements, it's sure to go off.
What?
Motion sensor? For serious? I'm starting to get all shaky.
Just a second.
Head together. You're a man, aren't you?
Yeah.
I'm fine. I'm totally fine. You're not fine. You're all Oh, I probably should have mentioned the motion sensor is off right now. Jeez, don't scare me like that. God, you're like the world's most spineless worm of the century.
Don't be mean.
Hey, come on, the century's just getting started. Don't call the race already. Whatever, just hurry up and put the bomb down. Hanging on to it's not gonna do any good. Oh yeah, good call.
Well?
Okay, it's down. Everything's all good. You ever put the bomb down, but that wasn't my main concern at that point. My eyes were glued to Monokuma's remains. He just stopped moving all of a sudden. It's really because something had happened to the mastermind that they weren't expecting? But what could it have been? When I thought about it, I couldn't help but think back to the night before. Being attacked by that masked figure. And I guess he's not aware that it could happen twice. Hey, Makoto? Huh?
Hey.
Don't us. Did you hear a thing we just said? Huh? So that's a no. What are you, some kind of brain-dead farm animal? Sorry. We were saying since we're done dismissing Monokuma, what should we do now? We've decided to continue our offensive assault.
It's all clear now.
To try and uncover the mastermind's true identity, we're gonna have to break into the headmaster's room. Really?
Naturally.
Since the mastermind appears to have stopped all activity, now's our chance, wouldn't you agree? But if the mastermind comes back while we're in there...
What?
If you're scared, you're welcome to stay here by yourself. Or go live in the chicken coop with all the other chickens. You can be chicken number 6.
Such ignorance.
This is a battle, a fight to the death between us and the mastermind. We don't have time to deliberate.
But
Yeah, I mean, I don't want to have to kill each other or anyone else, but we have a chance now.
Come on.
So, what are you going to do? Are you going to run away or are you going to fight? You're right, I'll go with you.
It's all clear.
Okay then, we're going to break into the headmaster's room. Everything comes down to this moment. Anything can happen, so prepare yourselves. I'll follow you anywhere, master, to all the ends of the earth. Sakura, if you can hear me, lend me your strength.
How about that?
I can do this. I'm a man. I can do this. I've got the will of the entire universe on my side. We each found determination in our own ways, and when we were ready, we left the gym. Our target was the headmaster's room on the 4th floor of the school. Oh yeah, this is the 4th floor, yeah. It's locked, as expected. So what are you gonna do?
What?
Isn't it obvious we're gonna tear this door off its hinges? Wait, but the rules say we've seen that the mastermind isn't watching us. Those doors don't matter now or anymore. But like Makoto said, if the mastermind did show up while we were in there,
So in other
then we'll
words...
just have to finish our business before that can happen.
Hey.
Okay, sure, but
What?
we've come this far. We can't back down now. We agreed this is what we have to do. So beautiful.
I mean...
For serious?
what the heck?
We don't have any choice. We're desperate.
Okay.
Let's do it. Let's rip this door down.
Actually...
Okay, but how are we gonna do that? This thing looks pretty sturdy. Then we'll need something sturdy of our own. Oh, what about that one thing? The thing in the tool shed. Oh yeah, the pickaxe.
I see.
Interesting. That could very well be exactly what we need. Now then, Soko, what time is it? Well, when we left the gym, it was just before 9 o'clock, so it's probably 9 on the dot now.
It's all clear now.
Okay, go get the pickaxe and be back here by 9:01. Oh my god, that's straight up unreasonable. By myself?
Naturally.
Surely you like to have your me time once in a while, right? Well, if it's me and you time, Master, then yeah.
What?
You know how much time it took you to say that? 10 seconds. Take too long, and I'll erase your existence from my consciousness. Unacceptable. If that Toko ran off loud as a herd of rabid elephants.
Hey.
For serious though, are we just gonna knock this door down? No problem is solved by running away. Find your stones and be a man. He's right. You can't move forward by always avoiding danger.
If you spend all your... Hey,
Even if it's dangerous, we have to overcome the challenges in front of us. Maybe, but I'm still super stressed. I'm so tense I can hardly talk. I'm all flubbust. No. I'm totally flabstaff. Flab sauce? Gross, where'd you come from? Wait, Genocide Jill, where did you come
You
from?
called for me, so
Hello,
I'm here.
hello. It's the wondiferous, murdiferous fiend here to greet you with a razor sharp smile.
Come on.
What about the pickaxe? Where is it? I'm supposed to pick an axe? No, you sleeping imbecile, the pickaxe. Sleeping imbecile? Oh, master, you wound me with your executive level barbs. Bourgeois, here comes the bloody nose. Seriously though, did you really forget the pickaxe?
Give it a rest.
Omega-3 fatty acids, that's what you need. Great for the all memory factor. But I think we already established that their memory doesn't carry over when they switch.
Not possible.
This is the level of uselessness I find difficult to tolerate.
Yes,
Ah, that light
yes.
bulb just went on.
I see.
That's why I went to the garden, right? I was supposed to get the pickaxe. Alright, we've solved one mystery. That means there's just one mystery left. One more mystery. Yup, then you need to figure out the identity of Object X.
So,
Now, what are you talking about? Did you already forget what we were talking about? You're like missing out on life.
You've gotta be kidding.
I'm not missing out on life. In fact, I found one in the garden. What? What did you find? Or puss? The hell? Did you hear me? I said corpse. What? A corpse? That's right. I found a corpse in the garden. I found a corpse in the garden.
What did
Well
you
then,
say?
before we enter the headmaster's room, it appears there's something else to look into.
Come on.
We're going into the garden. Okay. What the fuck happened? It's before I see, it's not Kyoko. It's gonna be the other student, right? Unless Kyoko is dead. And we have to solve for the student. I saw it. I didn't want to, but... Okay, it's the student. Kyoko killed her. I saw someone laying on the ground with a mask covering their face. And there was a knife buried in their stomach up to the hilt. What the? Are they really dead? For sure, but who is it? Oh, they gotta demask him. What's about that? Pain of junk food. Pain of a junk food junkie. Her art here is so gas. That shit looks fire. Just to make things clear. Last stand was attacked by someone wearing a mask, and whoever that was, now they're... I don't know why, but now they're laying dead in front of me. I told you, there's a corpse hanging out here.
No way.
Are they really dead? Is this really a dead body?
What?
You need to begin looking around right away. However, be ever so careful. There's no telling you there's no telling what you might find. Okay, so this nigga's dead. We need to find out who this actually is. But there's no way to tell with the mask covering their face like that. And the white coat they're wearing makes it impossible to see anything but the body itself. Wait though. No, wait. Bruh. I think this is Kyoko. But I don't think that I think he put this shit on her. It looks like her boots kinda, right? Or am I wrong? And her hand, I thought the killer's hand was more tan. This is pale white. We'll see. The victim is a total mystery, but one thing I do know is that whoever this is, they attacked me last night in my room. Their hand looks pretty tan here. I mean, it could have just been dark. But why? How did they wind up dead in here? Their heart isn't beating. They're not breathing. All signs of life have come to a complete stop. Thanks to the knife that's been driven into their stomach, their clothes are stained a bright red. It appears the bleeding has stopped, but the blood there is still wet. Be careful you don't touch it and get some on you. How can you be so calm at a time like this? Who is it? Their face and body are all hidden, so I don't have a clue. Bro, is it Kyoko? I'm pretty sure it's a girl at least. How can you tell? Well, I think I see the outline of her chest and just the general shape of the body. Yeah, the more I look, the more I'm sure it's a girl. So we knew that this would be a girl regardless. But I think Kyoko died and the student killed her, put the shit on her so that we could think it's her. And you know, but maybe Kyoko's gone. Okay then, let's just tear the mask clean off.
Come on.
Wait, don't. But by the time he called it out, it was already too late. Kyoko's hand shot out toward the mask, and in the next instant, there was a blinding light and a deafening roar. The body blew up. It blew up, it blew up, it blew up, it blew up. Damn, that bitch is flying! Did she die? I hope so. A bit started to darken. I prepared to pass out. But
Come
then,
on.
hurry up, put out the fire. As my conscience attempted to float away, that voice reached up and pulled it back down to earth. Someone pressed something into my hands. It was a bucket of water. Come on, dump the water on it. Okay, the upper half of the body was on fire. I took aim and tossed the water as hard as I could. Thankfully, it's enough to put out the fire. Oh, but they can't even tell who it is anymore. It died down, leaving behind only the unpleasant smell of burning. I guess that took care of that. But what the hell, man? It exploded?
What did you
I
say?
had a bad feeling about that body, but I never imagined it would explode. And now the body,
What?
it's burnt to a crisp. That's beyond well done, man. Oh my god. Don't compare it to a steak. I'll never be able to eat steak again. But now that the body's charred, I really have no idea. How are we gonna find out who it was? Who isn't here right now? Huh? If you consider who's not here, that will quickly narrow down who it must be. There's only one person missing. It's Kyoko. Kyoko? Then, that dead body is Kyoko? Nah. No, that can't be right. Calm down, I didn't say it was Kyoko. But I mean, who else? There is one other person. You're gonna say the 16th student.
In other words,
Oh, yeah, well, the mastermind. What?
What?
The mastermind?
What the heck?
Come on, there's no way the mastermind got charboiled. Get serious. I agree. Normally the idea wouldn't be worth considering, but I have no reason to believe it may be true. The mastermind being dead would explain that other matter, wouldn't it? Monokuma can hardly move around if its master is dead, right? But that corpse is a girl, right? It doesn't make any sense. I mean, remember what Alter Ego said? So that same person may very well be the mastermind who planned this all out. And according to the files, the headmaster is a man in his late 30s. It seems possible, even likely, that he's somewhere in the school right now.
What the heck?
He said that the mastermind is some middle-aged dude, right? With the corpse, which the corpse obviously isn't. Then could that mean that the mastermind isn't the headmaster? Is it the teenage girl Kyoko told me about? The ultimate despair? Huh? Makuro Ikusaba, the 16th student at Hope's Academy or Hope's Peak. What are you talking about? The other day, Kyoko confided in me. He said there was a 16th student here in the school.
what?
I think you'd better tell us everything you know. Well, all Kyoko told me was
Mukuro Ikusaba, the 16th.
they're gonna repeat this scene
student
a
hidden
million times,
somewhere
bro.
in this school. The one they call the ultimate despair. Watch out for her.
It sounded like Kyoko thinks Makuro No, the headmaster, the master. Okay, yeah.
I see.
There's another student here, and it's a female that would match the body's characteristics. And that phrase, the ultimate despair, it sounds super mastermindy, doesn't it?
Could it be?
Okay, so the mastermind is his girl Makuro, and she's a student here, and she's the ultimate despair, and she's been hiding here in the school like some teenage Bigfoot. How'd she wind up burnt to a crisp?
What the heck?
None of this makes any sense. To just suddenly show up and then die? I think we better take a closer look at the body. There must be some clues to help us figure out exactly who it is. Ah, hey, wait.
What?
What? Are we forgetting something? You know, Toko? Oh, yeah. She got totally blown up, huh? Forget about her. I'm sure the explosion vaporized her. Oh, my God. Damn it. Oh, she survived. Oh, she survived. Huh, what just happened? Master,
Stop talking.
you declared for the whole world to hear that you would never again inhale a single molecule of oxygen. Oh, then I don't mind breathing in the carbon dioxide you exhale. That's enough for me to live.
What the heck?
This is the strangest back and forth I've ever seen. Right after. Okay, well, sure. I have to get a close look at the body one more time. Watch yourself, Makoto. She may be dead, but she's still a girl. Don't worry, I don't plan on touching the body all that much. I'm not Kyoko, after all. There's something next to the body. It's a key? Is it what Kyoko took from Monokuma?
So,
That's right, the key she stole was shaped like Monokuma. This isn't anything like that.
What?
What is it? Did you find something? Yeah, it's on the ground near the body. I've never seen this key before. What could it possibly go to? Probably maybe the bio place or the data center? So even you don't know that. Makoto, I'm going to give you a very important task.
I see.
That key might give you access to a certain areas we thought were locked. He's going to have me run around and go check them off. You mean
So in
the
other
bio
words,
lab, the data center, the headmaster's room, the dorm rooms on the second floor? It's in your hands. So I'm your errand boy now? Okay, so there's this room way down here. Bio lab is definitely locked before. Okay, let's give it a shot. Once I entered the key, I found in the garden into the keyhole. The key isn't even close to fitting, which means the key doesn't go to this room. What was it? It was the data one, right? What's this? The room that you check on the floor on the headmaster room, the data sensor. I don't think it's gonna open, but the data sensor makes sense. Yeah, it's definitely the data sensor. Doors to the data sensor was definitely locked before. Okay, let's give it a shot. Once I entered the key, I'd found in the garden into the keyhole. Yeah. Then this is the key to the data sensor. I'd managed to unlock the data sensor. I guess all that's running around paid off. I have to go tell everyone else. I immediately headed back to the garden. So you're back. How'd it go? I found out which room the key goes to. It's a data center down on the 4th floor. Then we can get into the data center now?
I see.
Interesting. But why did the now deceased have the key on them? I suppose we just have to go to the data center and find out. Yeah, I think you're right. Yeah, I think you're right. Here we are. I believe the door is still unlocked. Hey, so when you open that door, there's not going to be like another huge kaboom like before, right? You're asking that question now? Don't worry, we have Makoto. What?
In other words,
It's in your hands. Again? It means I trust you. It's an absolute lie. I'm just being used. Facts, brother. I reached out, closed my eyes and tried to clear my mind. With a silent prayer, I slowly opened the door. Nothing happened. After making sure I was still alive, I slowly opened my eyes. Oh, shit. This is the room. No, and the room was strange. I mean, all the rooms up till now were strange, but this room had a special kind of strangeness. It wasn't a surface fear like the rest of the school. Here, the fear was lurking beneath the surface. The room was filled with that kind of dread.
What?
Hey, that's... Here I extended a trembling hand and pointed. Look at all those monitors on the wall. Look what they're showing. Each monitor displayed a different section of the school. The dorms, the classrooms, every part of the school was covered. This is...
What?
It's a direct feed from every single surveillance camera. All the cameras in the school fed back into this room, and they're displayed here on these monitors. So the sole purpose of this room is to watch us. To watch us? And this room is
It's all clear.
the mastermind's private room, without a doubt. The mastermind's room. I guess that makes sense. So the mastermind was here. Watching us. Then I think this settles it. Huh? The body in the garden. If they have the key to this room, it can only mean one thing. That was the body of Makuro Ikusaba, and she was the mastermind. And the mastermind is dead, like really, really dead. It would seem so.
What?
We're serious? It's too bad they had to go and die before Master could kill them himself. The mastermind is dead? Could that really be true? Does that mean it's all over? Because, I mean, that body, whatever happened, they obviously didn't die a natural death. So who is that? But if the mastermind really is dead, that means we can finally get out of this hellhole.
How about that?
We gotta hurry up and find the exit. Come on.
That's enough.
No, we have to check this area thoroughly first. Huh? But what about the exit? The mastermind truly is dead. We can leave whenever we decide to. But right now, we need to find out why the mastermind set up this life or death game in the first place. And I'm bothered by the fact that the mastermind was obviously murdered. Murdered? Do you think so too, huh?
Naturally.
Naturally. I don't know, bro. Those boots look like, doesn't that look like Kyoko's boots? But were they flat? I don't remember if they were heels or flat. That's the problem. And the hands and tail from the image when he was over me looked like he had tan or she had tan skin. So I don't know if that's actually her, but that also just be that it was dark. The mastermind was murdered.
But
Why's it got to be that way? I mean, who could have done it?
Such ignorance.
That's exactly why I said we need to investigate the purpose and identify the master.
I'm telling you.
Now do you understand, you useless insect? You're banned from talking to Master ever again. The mastermind's purpose and why they were killed. The room may very well hold the answers to those questions. After all, the mastermind has spent who knows how much there. Okay, then let us begin our search. It's time to uncover the identity of the mastermind. Huh. There's a bunch of computers all lined up. They look like high-performance PCs, nothing like the ancient laptops Alter Ego is installed on. They're all on, but they seem to be locked. So what? We can't do anything? Just use your fighting spirit to force your way in. What century are you from? The mastermind must have been using these monitors for the network, to monitor the network, and Alter Ego. You may well be right about that.
What?
But there's no room in thinking about it now. You're right. There's really a ridiculous number of monitors here, and the mastermind is using them all to spy on us. As long as I have this, huh? Look at Master go. It's like a feast for the eyes. How much is a monthly membership? No matter what, no matter where, surveillance cameras are following our every move. I mean, they're absolutely everywhere. How many cameras does this place have anyway? This door is kind of creepy. It's got a picture of Monokuma on it. What could be inside? No luck. The door's locked, huh? What if you use that key that opened this door? Let's give it a try just in case. Nope, no good. It won't even fit in the keyhole.
Yeah.
Oh, well, don't worry about it. Everything's fine. That's probably what the Monokuma's key goes to. Mastermind's dead, right? So nothing's gonna happen to us. Yeah, I guess you're right. I can't stop thinking about that door with Monokuma's picture on it. But worrying about it isn't gonna do me any good. Hina's right. The mastermind's gone, so there's nothing to be afraid of anymore. I'm just going around all this stuff. It's like an all-you-can-watch buffet. I mean, I want to know why they were killed as much as the next guy, but I also really want to get out of here. Jeez, I can't believe how many monitors there are. My eyes are flicking as fast as they are. There's nothing showing up on this one. Huh? Hey, look, next to that TV. Isn't that a TV antenna?
how about that?
It is, just like the one my grandma uses. It's totally one of those high-def antennas. Wait, so if we hook up that antenna, we could watch TV? Huh? Did someone say TV?
You know?
Well, Saturday morning Hina's here. Are you talking about me?
Okay.
Anyway, we can watch TV. Let's do it. Come on.
You know?
Are y'all sorry for info from the outside world, huh? Alright, let me work my magic and you'll be quantum leaping your way to TV land before you know it. I mean, I get the reference, but what's he talking about?
You know?
Huh? Oh, what's wrong? Good news for for all you Saturday morning kiddies out there, I think I got the TV working. Really? So all I gotta do is switch it on.
What?
Then do it. Freaking idiot mastermind. All you guys need to cut free from your regrets of the outside world.
What the heck?
And they were sitting here watching TV the whole time. They really thought they could get away with it? Oh?
Huh?
Huh? It's the feed coming from the surveillance cameras monitoring this room, isn't
What
it?
the heck?
Huh? That's weird.
Come on.
Hey, what are you doing?
Huh?
It's really weird. You're weird. Weird in every way possible, and not just weird, super weird.
But
But this TV antenna isn't hooked up to anything but the antenna. So how's it showing the camera feed?
Well,
Did you try changing the channel? Oh, good idea. Let's give it a try. Hero went through each channel one by one. On every channel, it was just us. There's a live feed of us sitting there in the data center.
what the heck?
What the heck? Is it broken or
Could it
something?
be-
No, there must be some kind of trick to it. Some weird setup. A trick? What kind of trick? Oh
Actually,
shit. I'm not sure, but... Huh?
what?
Been a while, you friggin' bastards. Monokuma? How are you supposed to be dead? Or how you're supposed to be dead? Me dead? Don't be friggin' stupid.
What?
Hey, you're acting kind of strange. Something seems different.
Of course.
Of course I'm different. Evolution is perfectly natural. After all, I've been hibernating for 2 years already. Not even. It's been like half a day at most. How are you alive again? Oh yeah, that's it. The look on your face right now is sublime. That's what I wanted to see. The moment you went from hope to despair. Don't tell me you pretended to be dead, all for this moment. Why would a bear pretend to be dead? You're the ones who should pretend to be dead when you see a bear. I mean, that's totally laughable. It makes me laugh. I'm gonna laugh now.
Well now.
And that's that. Well, it's almost time to cut off your past so full of hope and begin to despair at the future ahead of you. I want you all to have way more fun in this killing game. You can't be serious. We have to keep going?
Let me
No,
out
no,
of
we're
here.
supposed to get out of here. Get out of here? Are you so obsessed with getting out of here? I did not get it. There is no getting out of here. And besides, this life isn't all bad, you know? I mean, there's stuff you won't like about life no matter where you are. Are you serious? This place is the worst. If it's the worst, does that mean you're in despair?
Well now.
Phew, I'm pooped from all that laughing. I guess we'll just get to the point now. The point?
Hey.
You guys really struck gold when you found that TV. Yes, indeed. That TV is an essential part of your school life here.
What?
I knew it was hiding a secret of some kind,
What the heck?
but I connected the antenna, so why is it showing us the surveillance feed? Look how attentive they are now. Well then, I'm gonna let you in on a blood-gushing secret and tell you about it. That TV is absolutely, without a doubt, displaying the signal coming in on the antenna. Huh? But what does that mean? It's displaying the signal, but it's just us standing here.
Unbelievable.
You're so stupid. Don't you get it? Fine. I'll just tell you.
Thrills, chills,
The killing game is being broadcast live to the entire world. It's the most popular thing on TV. What?
Extreme.
This killing game is being broadcasted live to... It doesn't matter how many times he says it. I don't know what it's supposed to mean. I mean, even if I understood the words, I'm not sure I'd understand the deeper meaning. What? Broadcast live to the entire world? What kind of bad joke is this?
That's...
It can't be. Have they taken over the airwaves or something?
Oh,
The camera feed is being broadcast? No way, that's impossible. That kind of overconfidence is a major weakness at your crisis management system, you know that? All you need is one weird trick that I found, and hijacking the airwaves is easy mode. Are you being serious right now?
Of course.
I heard it kind of creaking, but the sound was coming from my own mind. Like the boat tossing in the ocean, my mind had begun to creak and groan.
Hey,
Everything has a meaning, you know. All those hints I gave you, all those tantalizing tidbits about the school's mysteries. Even me luring you here right now. Why would I do any of that without reason? It was all for my captive audience to show them true despair like they'd never seen it before. I became the director of a despair-based production. This is the ultimate reality show, the best in despair entertainment.
What are you saying?
You're lying. If this was on TV, the police and everyone else would be going crazy. Yeah, there's no way they wouldn't have tried to come and rescue us.
Actually...
What if they already did? Huh?
Yes, indeed.
But then again, it's not really any of their business, right? Sure, some people might yell at their TV to try and warn you, but who would actually come here to help? Don't you think that's possible? I don't really know personally though, so whatever.
This can't be.
But to take control of all communications like that, you need an astronomical amount of resources. Yup, so how could things have come this far? Well, that's a secret. There's something you all need to do first, remember? What?
Of course.
That there's a little business of... the body.
A body has been discovered. After a certain amount of time, which you may use however you like, the class trial will begin.
Huh? Class trial? Do you mean...
It's the
I'll leave the next one to comment file right here. Everyone give it all you got, okay?
Heart-pounding
Okay, things are getting pretty crazy. From here on out, you're in for a heck of a
I
ride.
can't wait! I can't wait!
Okay, shit's getting kind of crazy. And then he was gone. Reality was incomprehensible. The truth hopelessly out of reach. All we were left with was despair. We stood there for I don't know how long, frozen in place. I couldn't think. It took everything I had just to keep myself standing upright. I don't understand any of this. What's despair entertainment? And how is he still alive?
I'm sick of this.
I thought that finally we could get out of here. And plus, what did he say about a class trial?
Stop talking.
Well, that part's obvious. The class trial is the class trial. What it means is that at this point, we have to figure out who the culprit is. Figure out who killed Kyoko. What?
What the heck?
What are you talking about? I thought Makura... Yeah, but... just like I said, the victim was female, right? Kyoko certainly fulfills that condition. And if Monokuma's still alive and active, that means that the mastermind Makuro Ikusaba isn't dead. So naturally, the body can't belong to her. So it must be Kyoko. There's no other possibility. The body's Kyoko's? No, it's not possible because I don't know anything about her yet. I don't even know who she really is. To have it end like this. I don't believe it. I refuse to believe it.
Quiet.
Whether you believe it or not doesn't matter. The truth is the truth. If you refuse to believe, it's your responsibility to uncover the truth yourself. Myself? Anyway, we'd better begin.
But
If we're gonna have a class trial, then that means the killer...
That's right.
Correct, there must be someone participating in our school life. Wait, so you're saying one of us killed Kyoko? Well, that's not precisely what I'm saying, no. Huh? But you just said...
Stop talking.
I don't have time to explain now. There is a veritable mountain of issues I need to confirm. I'm going to begin my search. If you value your lives, you'll put everything you have into this. That is how the game works, after all. Well, I better start by checking out the Monokuma file. Due to the explosion, the victim's identity is unknown. They were, however, dead before the blast. The victim had been stabbed a single time with a knife, which went completely through the body. They had also been struck in the head with an object about as thick as a metal pipe. The body was covered with other wounds, but these were at least several days old. So even the Monokuma file doesn't tell us who the victim actually was. The unidentified body, could it really be Kyoko? Or... I have no choice, I have to investigate. I have to cover the truth for myself. No matter what, I have to find out what happened or we're all dead. Yeah, I don't like this music, this one's trash. You need to go back to the scene of the crime, back to the garden. Okay, time to get started. I need to check anywhere that may be important from one end to the other. I just need to do what I always do. There's a knife laying on the ground. Is this? It must be the knife that was stuck in the body before it exploded. The force pusher must have thrown it over here. It's not that far though. The Monokuma file said that the knife went all the way through the body from front to back. Does that mean this knife is what caused the fatal injury? Either way, this knife, it looks really familiar. Wait, is this? That's it. It's a knife that the person was holding. This is getting really weird. They're just too many strange coincidences. Whoever the person in the mask was that attacked me last night, they were holding that knife. And that same knife was used to stab that same masked attacker we found here. Also in that art, I didn't see nails on that art, but here they have nails. So it's gotta be Kyoko. So maybe the person got stabbed because when they attacked. Why doesn't it just keep going back? Just stay on this thing if you're gonna keep talking about it. I was in a kind of trance. Maybe I reacted by grabbing the knife, and maybe then and if this really is Kyoko, it would mean Kyoko's the one that attacked me. But why the mask? I just don't know. I don't remember anything clearly from last night. No, it can't be. There's no way. It looks like fragments of something. They're all burnt, so I can't really be sure. I feel like I've seen something like it before, but where? Wait, was it there? I'll have to double check that later. Where would I have checked that? What the fuck is that? Hit the body more thoroughly. Maybe then I'll find out for sure if it's Kyoko or not. Oh, maybe not. The hand. Something weird about his body's fingernails. Oh, these are fake nails. They're really long. They seem like they'd get in the way of normal activity. Also, something on the back of her right hand. This is a tattoo. It got burned, so I can't look at the whole thing, but it looks like a picture of a dog or something. I've never seen anything like it before. Yeah, I'm not sure. I don't think Kyoko had tattoos, right? And she wasn't wearing gloves or nothing. The lower half of the body didn't get wet at all. After the body blew up, the top half got set on fire, so I dumped a bucket of water on it. This explains why the bottom half isn't wet. There's nothing strange about that, right? The white jacket the victim was wearing got totally burnt up. There's only one little piece left. Now perhaps the body got set on fire in the explosion, so it's totally blackened. Also, the top half of the body is wet. That's because it got set on fire and I threw water on it. And since I only threw water on the part that was on fire, the top half, the bottom half is still dry. In other words, there's nothing strange about the top half being wet. This isn't strange. What else is there to examine? Think about it. I didn't mean to do that. No, I thought... Isn't that a separate icon? There's two separate icons. I'm just talking about this. It is talking about that. Okay. Yeah, I have no idea where I've seen that. Maybe there's some chickens in the chicken coop. There's one missing. I count 4 chickens. Huh? 4?
Yo!
What's going on, Makoto? Oh, I'm glad you're here. Listen, do you remember how many chickens were there were in here? Of course, there were precisely 5. Yeah, right? What's wrong? There's only 4 chickens here now. We're 1 short. Huh? It's so weird. I wonder when it disappeared. I was down here just before nighttime last night, and there were definitely 5 chickens then. What are we gonna do? Going from 5 to 4 is gonna have an impact on the structure of the world.
Conspiracy!
It's like a jigsaw puzzle. If even a single piece disappears, the entire world will remain unfinished. I did my best to ignore Hero and focus on the palm of my hand. Why did one of the chickens disappear? Could it be related to the case? This is the panel that controls the sprinklers. They're set to turn on at 7:30 every morning, and Monokuma said that time positively cannot be changed. Huh? Hold on, so the sprinkler turned on at 7:30 morning, right? And if the body was here before then, the sprinkler should have gotten wet, which would mean that the murder must have taken place after 7:30. So the Kuma flower, huh? Is it true? Does it really eat paper, plastic, and people? Anyway, I don't think it's related to the case, so I think I'll just stay away. Listen, Makoto, do you remember how the body looked, before it blew up? If I remember right, he was wearing some kind of mask and a big white coat. And there was a knife sticking out of his stomach, and the area around it was stained with blood. Apparently, the wound had stopped bleeding, but the blood on the body was still wet. Byakuya said not to touch it to avoid getting all bloody. But for now, for how much blood there was in the body, I didn't see any on the ground around it.
Okay.
Wow, thanks. That was a big help. Now that you explain it, I totally remember how it looked. Well, having to talk about it like that helped me remember it a lot better too. So thank you. So, who does that body belong to? Whoever it is, I'm not gonna look. I don't want to faint anymore. It's 11 o'clock right now. Okay, and...
Serious?
Oh, well, I was just thinking about when we first found the body. When the body was found, huh? I should look back at what I did this morning to help me remember when that was. Monokuma's announcement woke me up at 7 o'clock as usual, and I headed for the dining hall pretty soon. Once I get there, I met up with Hina. That was right, around 7:30. And then I headed to the gym where everyone else was. Next, Toko wants to get the pickaxe, and that's when he found the body. What time is it then? Now then, Toko, what time is it? Well, we left, it was just before 9, yep. So it'd have to happen between 8 and 9, right?
You know?
Oh, now you mentioned it, I think you're right. I think we can say for sure that the body was found at 9 a.m. Okay, my job is done. That's a pretty small job. Good timing, Makoto. I wanted to talk to you. What do you want to talk about?
So, in other words...
I'd like to hear your alibi. Alibi?
In other words...
Correct. I'd love to hear where you were after nighttime began last night. Well, I was sick, so I was asleep all night. But why are you asking about that now? And what's nighttime got to do with it?
Naturally.
Isn't it obvious? This murder took place after nighttime. How can you know that for sure? Because just after nighttime began, I came to the garden. I was going around looking for everyone so I could tell them about Monokuma. Hiro has been spending most of his time in the garden the last few days, so I figured he'd be here. Like I confirmed, that's when I arrived last night. There was no body here.
In other words...
The murder could have only taken place at some point during nighttime after I left the garden. Could it though? Is 7:30 so dictated as nighttime? However, Toko, Hiro, Hina, and I were in the gym together the entire night last night. Once I found Hiro in the garden, we immediately went to Toko and Hina's room to get them. At that point, we all went to the gym and began experiencing Monokuma. As a precaution, we made sure not to go anywhere alone. We even went to the bathroom in pairs. In other words, all four of us have airtight alibis. The only ones who don't have alibis are me and Kyoko.
That's right.
And if the victim really is Kyoko, then the only one without an alibi. Also, when we went to get Hina and Toko, we stopped by your room as well.
What?
But you never came to the doors, so where precisely were you? I'm telling the truth, I was in my room, but I was dead asleep. I had a fever, so that's hardly an alibi. I know. So what now? You seem to be at quite a disadvantage here. I'm the only one without an alibi. That's really bad, isn't it? Maybe we could check the tool shed, maybe? To be sure, take a look at the tool shed. This room is disorganized. In other words, pretty secretary. Oh, that's new. Is this a tarp? Wait, there's a tarp in here before? I should probably look into that. It could be related to the case. What? I clicked on the tarp. What? Am I insane? The top is wet and covered with mud and grime, but the underside is totally clean and completely dry. One side of that tarp is wet and dirty. Something about that bothers me. That's the one thing in here that concerns me. Huh. I think I've checked everything I need to do in this area, but I'm not done yet. There are other areas I need to check. Specifically, that fragment I found before. There's someone needs to go in order to confirm my suspicion. I need to find out more about Kyoko. Is that corpse really Kyoko? If that's true, I'm gonna keep showing this scene, bruh. Was that also Kyoko who attacked me last night? If I can find out more about her, maybe I can answer that question. Kyoko was never the kind of person to talk about herself all that much. Maybe if I can get into her room, I'll be able to find out more, but the key to her room...
It's all clear
I
now.
will simply limit your options. I cannot allow you to engage in any further suspicious
What?
activity. Oh
Just
yeah.
give-
This shit. I don't have a choice. I have to see if he'll let me borrow her room key. Hey, Byakuya? If you do come up with an alibi, I'd be happy to hear it later after class trial. Oh no, it's not about that. You have the key to Kyoko's room, right? I was hoping I could borrow it. I'm afraid I can't let you do that, Stan Marsh. I'm afraid I can't take that risk. You're the prime suspect after all.
What?
Of course, if I were to go with you, that would be a different story. Then, will you go with me? Sorry, I have my own agenda to take care of. Find me again later and we'll see. Depending on my mood, I may go with you or I may not. Come back later, huh? Okay, then in the meantime, I should look around somewhere else. Maybe just check out that one area. What the fuck is that one area? Is it where the murder was? In here? Is it gonna tell me? The gym? I suppose they didn't on the floor, but I figured it wouldn't be here.
You know?
Oh. Oh! I just found something. What is it? It's what? Oh, I see the piece of it. Okay, I can tell. I don't know how that'd be possible, but sure. There's one inside in every Monokuma robot, I'm sure.
What?
A bomb. And that bomb went missing. There's no doubt about that. The fragments are found in the garden. Okay, besides everything else I can think of, all that's left now is Kyoko's room. Let's head back to the garden and ask Byakuya. You think you can go soon, Byakuya?
Let's go.
You want to check out Kyoko's room, right? Very well, let's go. Ah, wait for me. Byakuya walked off without a second glance, and I hurried after him on our way to the dorms. What was his agenda he was doing? He just stood there. I can't unlock it myself. Okay, dude. Well then, here we go. Byakuya took out the key and slid it into the keyhole, and then... and it's open. Looks like it... Thanks. So this is Kyoko's room. There's something on the table. It's a wood block decoration.
What?
What's that? What purpose does it serve? Oh, that's in that one area. I think it's probably a key. The lockers at those traditional public bathhouses use them for their lockers. I wouldn't know. I've never gone to a public bathhouse. That doesn't really surprise me. It's hard to picture Byakuya doing something like that.
It's certainly
But if
possible.
it is a key, I think I might know what it unlocks. Really? What? Unless I'm mistaken, I'm pretty sure I saw something in the dojo that this might go to. The dojo. Let's investigate here, right? Here's her bed. I don't see anything interesting here, at least not as far as the case is concerned. Here's the bathroom. She might have certain articles hanging out to dry. I better not look inside. Yeah, I think it'd be wise to look around a bit more. At what?
It's certain.
Really? What? Unless it's... Okay. I'll just talk to you again.
What?
I wanted to come here, right? So what is he looking for? Nothing in particular. I just thought we might find some kind of clue here. A clue that might help us understand Kyoko.
Come on.
You can't be serious. That's why you made me take time out of my search to come here? Regardless, if you plan on poking around at random, you're doomed, no matter how much time you take. Surely you have something more concrete. Something to give us some sort of direction here. More concrete? Oh, I know. Oh, what's this?
It's true.
Don't open it yet. Only open it if something ever happens to me. I'm sure I have it here somewhere. Found it. What's in the envelope? Who would give it to me? She said if something ever happened, I should open it. Well, something has certainly happened, so open it. Open the envelope and look inside. Inside was a single piece of paper. Under the sheets.
What?
That's all there was in there? Yeah, looks like it. Under the sheets, what could it be? But could something be hidden under the bed sheets? Part of me didn't expect to find anything, but as I lifted up the sheets... What's this? I found a crumpled up piece of paper. Makuro Ikusaba? It appears to be Makuro Ikusaba's profile. Yeah, it looks like it. It's probably the other thing Kyoko stole when she snuck into the headmaster's room, along with the key. God, you're so annoying. Fine, I'll tell you it was a key and that's it. This must be the blank that Monokuma was talking about. Kyoko said a death without meaning was unappealing and this is what she left behind. I don't have time for your sentimental indulgences. Hurry up and finish your search. Okay. I made an effort to pull myself together and look down at the profile sheet. Name Mikuru Ikasaba, sex female, the ultimate soldier. Although small for her age, she was a military specialist trained in every weapon type imaginable. She showed an interest in the military from childhood and soon found herself completely absorbed in it. In elementary school, she won a survival game tournament and began writing for military magazines. It was before entering middle school. While she and her family were on vacation in Europe, she disappeared. The story of a young Japanese girl being kidnapped quickly took over Japanese media outlets. An intense international investigation turned up no information and she was never found. However, she reappeared in Japan 3 years later, alone and completely unannounced. She revealed that she had joined the mercenary group known as Fenrir for those 3 years. She insisted that she hadn't been kidnapped, that she received battle training of her own volition. However, she never revealed why she decided to return home when she did. Huh. The ultimate soldier, a mercenary group. It doesn't feel real. The world I grew up in, it's like a completely different dimension. It's like one's non-fiction and the other's sci-fi. There's no way to even compare the two. That's how different this is. That was how I saw things as just an ordinary person. But then, I never imagined I would hear the name Fenrir in a place like this. Huh? You recognize it?
Naturally.
The Fenrir Mercenary Corps is a collection of battle-crazed warmongers. But they do have their uses, and they always get the job done. That's worth remembering. This is all part of the world totally removed from the one I live in. I have to say, I'm intrigued. Every rumor I've heard says that Fenrir has already...
Found it!
Whoa, I feel like our hero is becoming a bit player, and a bit player is becoming our hero. It's you.
What?
Have you gotten your pretty little hand there?
What?
Uh-oh, you found her profile? So, what if we did?
Hey!
Don't freak out on me. I'm not gonna
Come on
hold it
now.
against you or anything. In case you're wondering, I don't hold it against Kyoko either, even though she stole it and hid it. After all, there's no rule against stealing, is there? But who I can't forgive is Miss Ogami, who broke the rules and busted into the headmaster's room. Maybe I'll drag her corpse out here and slice it up and devour it. Bears are omnivores, you know.
What?
Are rule violations really so unforgivable? You're quite adamant about these regulations of yours. Of course I am. A proper school life is built on dedication to organization and order. Which is why even I, as the school headmaster, have to follow the regulations myself. Oh, so you're saying you have to follow your own rules as well?
Of course!
Absolutely. I can't have you complaining about how unfair it all is, now can I? In fact, on the subject of fairness, would you like to know something interesting? Interesting. It's about the one writing all the rules. They're actually one of the participants in this killing game. I don't think I've ever actually told you how many participants there actually were, did I? I was thinking I should probably clarify that.
Hey!
When you all first got together in the main hall, way back when, there were 15 people there, right? I think the first meeting may have led to a little misunderstanding among you all. A misunderstanding? Are you saying...
In other words...
That's right, there weren't actually 15 of you.
Yes, indeed!
So the number of students participating in this killing game was actually 16. 16, then...
Yukuro Ikusaba,
They're gonna just keep showing this bitch crap.
the 16th student, the one they call Watch Out for.
I've seen this panel at least 10 times now, bruh. 60 student Makuru Saba, she's part of the school life. She's the one making all the regulations, is...
Why?
Did you say something? Why are you telling us this? Oh, well, because, like I told you, the killing game is desperately popular. You wouldn't believe the ratings, and since we've got so many viewers now, I wanted to make sure everyone was on the same page. I don't want to wake up to a hurricane of complaints and hate mail, you know?
Yes, indeed.
Makes sense?
Well, now.
Okay, that's all you get for now. Oh, actually, I did have some revenge to get, so I have an extra bonus for you. Revenge? I want to get back at that sneaky Miss Kirigiri, so I'm going to share a little secret with you. Seriously?
Hey,
You know she wears those stupid gloves day in and day out all the time? Well, don't tell anyone I told you, but she wears them to cover a bunch of hideous scars that she doesn't want anyone to see. Okay, now that's all you get. Kyoko wears those gloves to cover up a bunch of scars? Wait, so on the back of her hand... Yeah, that's it too. Wait, but no. Monokuma specifically said they were scars, right? And that's why Kyoko wears those gloves to hide the scars, which means... those fake nails on the corpse. Are you thinking about Kyoko again? Huh? Forget about her. What matters right now is uncovering Monokuma's trap. His trap?
Such.
God must have really hated you to make you so dull. Don't you remember what Monokuma just told us? He said there were 16 students, right? Which means Makuro was a student here.
That's right.
Obviously, Monokuma was trying to tell us that Makuro is the one creating the rules of this game. But why would he tell us that, and why now? He said he wanted to make things clear so there wouldn't be any complaints later. But the mere fact that he said that proves that Makuro is connected to this case. That's why Monokuma revealed the existence of the 16 students. He needs to make our investigation fair. Makuro is related to the case?
It's certainly
Perhaps she's the one who
possible.
killed Kyoko. What? That would explain why we would have to have a class trial, wouldn't it? If she's a student and she killed someone, that would make her part of the school's killing game. Makuro is the killer? She killed Kyoko? Anyone should be able to come to that conclusion, don't you think? In fact, that's exactly what I thought when the investigation first began.
What?
But based on what Monokuma just told us, I've changed my mind.
It's all clear now.
Makuro Ikasaba isn't the culprit. Huh? What makes you say that? We thought Makuro, the ultimate despair, was the mastermind's true identity. But if that's true, Monokuma's behavior makes no sense. Why would the mastermind go out of their way to reveal themselves to us? That's a good
So
point.
in other words,
Makuro giving us information would raise questions about her would be bold. That would raise questions about her would be bold, to say the least. It makes more sense then to assume that Makuro isn't the culprit. So that's the trap. They want us to suspect Makuro and come to the wrong conclusion. That's what makes sense to me. The way you say it, it definitely does seem possible, but if that were really true, if Makuro isn't the killer, then who is? Well then, I believe our work here is finished. Let's move on. I'm sure there are other places in need of investigation. I should find out if that key and the dojo really are connected.
let's go.
Well, are you coming? There are wooden lockers here. They use wood block key just like at those super traditional public bathhouses. Oh. Ooh, that was nasty. It looks like and then I just bit my tongue. That is so good. Sneezing and a bite tongue, that's bad luck. I'm about to be unemployed for the next 3 years. Looks like the key we found in Kyoko's room really does go to one of these lockers.
I see.
Makoto, do you see the locker farthest to the right?
Very strange.
That's the only one that doesn't have a key in it at the moment. You understand what that means, right? It's probably the key we found on the locker, right?
That's right.
Well, just try it. Okay. Look at the wood block key and insert it into the locker's metal lock, and the locker eagerly accepted the key and it opened. There are arrows in here. It looks like 10 arrows in total. They look like they're made of titanium, which means they're quite strong despite how thin they are. Of course, without a bow, they're nothing but strong little sticks. Strong sticks. Oh, there's something else inside the locker. It's a watered up ball of duct tape. I wonder what that was used for. Is that a blood stain?
See.
Oh, so I think someone was tortured. If it is Kyoko, then she was taped and probably cut up and shit or something. I don't know. If it is, what means it must surely be related to the case. The duct tape is related to the case somehow, but how could it possibly be involved? I think that's all the locker has to offer for now. Is
Very
something wrong?
strange.
It's very odd, don't you think? The locker was hiding items that were clearly related to the case. But how did the key to the locker wind up in the victim's room?
Why?
Or perhaps... Byakuya? Forget it. Come on, we need to continue on to the next location. Huh? What next location?
What?
There's still something we need to look into. We need to do more research on Fenrir. Fenrir? You mean the mercenary group that Makuro was part of? But how are we supposed to find out about that? Isn't it obvious? Where in the school would you go to do research on something? The library? Are you talking about the archive? That's right, the archive has all kinds of info the general public doesn't have access
Let's
to.
go.
We only have so much time before the trial begins. Let's hurry. I believe there was a file related to Fenrir somewhere over there. Byakuya seemed to know the archive like the back of his hand and went straight to a shelf in the back. Ah, here we go. He quickly returned with the file in hand. I thought I clicked Byakuya.
I see.
Take a look at this. I have no idea what it says. What language is this? How did you make it all the way to high school without learning a single word of French? What? I'm pretty sure most high schoolers can't speak French. Well, whatever. I'll read it for you, but I never expect you to repay your debt. But I expect you to repay your debt 100 times over. 100 times? Isn't that kind of extreme? Fenrir is an elite fighting unit based out of the Middle East. Unlike military contractors, they are a fierce group of soldiers who engage in direct combat. They claim that a single member is equivalent to an entire company of regular soldiers. Just like Fenrir, the Wolf of Ragnarok, their mere presence is enough to strike fear into any enemy. They have been involved in countless military battles and operations, most of which are highly classified. However, some time ago, they completely ceased all activity. At present, their continued existence cannot be confirmed. There are unconfirmed reports that the key members of the group were all neutralized. Rumors indicate that they were killed to keep them from revealing the many state secrets they had acquired. Some, however, believe there were mounting internal tension within the group and they simply imploded.
What?
What is it? They all just sound like some kind of alternate reality. Well, it isn't. This is our reality, the only reality. These people are part of our world. Their battlefields aren't much different from our lives here, an unpredictable, unimaginable world. That's what makes it all so exciting. Exciting. Definitely isn't the word I would use. So did anything jump out at you? This may be your last opportunity to learn about Fenrir. Now that you mention it. The report said something about where the name Fenrir comes from, right? That's right. I said Fenrir is the Wolf of Ragnarok. Speaking of which, would you like to know something interesting related to that? To show that they're a member of the team, each soldier that joins the squad would get a tattoo representing Fenrir somewhere on their body. Oh. They got a tattoo of Fenrir, so that body is the student. Could that mean it's class trial time?
Time is utterly silent, and yet it constantly assaults us, organisms, the earth, natural phenomena. It damages us little by little until the end. You should really think about that. Anyway, it's time to begin the class trial. So, please meet up in the usual spot. See you later.
Then the time has come. All we can do now is try to uncover the truth during the class trial. It would seem that way. Let's go. I'll be honest, I have no clue. If it's supposed to be like Kyoko red herring shit, because if Kyoko's alive, right? If Kyoko's alive, does she have to come here? But we won't know that. And if the military chick did just die, right? Then it would then have to be one of the students, and I mean, man, I couldn't tell you. I have no clue on this one. This is probably some like twist shit. Byakuya and Makoto showed up together. Where the heck have you two been? You just disappeared without a word. We were investigating, of course. How could you not figure that out by this point? Makoto's ranked high enough for you guys to go off together, just the two of you? What, are you jealous?
Hey.
Or are you making up some kind of creepy fantasy for yourself?
What?
Stop talking and brace yourselves. He'll be here any second. Any second. He could show up at any time. When I imagined what was about to happen, I immediately tensed up and prepared myself, but then Kyoko walks in. Stood for 5 full minutes waiting for something weird to happen, and then 5 minutes became 10.
Why?
What's going on here? Why isn't Monokuma showing up yet?
Could it be?
Maybe he died again? What should we do? Should we just keep waiting here, or what?
What?
Jesus. Did I scare you?
Come on.
I demand an explanation. Why did you waste my time and make me wait like that? What? I made you wait? You got it all backwards. You're the ones making me wait. Huh?
In other words,
I'm waiting for everyone to arrive. We can't start till everyone's here now, can we? Okay, I thought so. What are you talking about? Everyone is here. We've all been waiting for you. Sorry, but you're wrong. But I've been waiting 10 minutes now, so it's okay if I punish the one making us all wait, right? If we all agree it's a violation, I'll arrange a punishment right now. If it's me you're waiting for, I'm here. It's Kyoko. You heard that voice? We all spun around to look.
Hey,
Yes, sir, my goat. Yes, sir. No rules have been broken. Kyoko? Kyoko, you're still alive? No, that's a ghost. Stop talking. If you want to fight, do it at the class trial. You need to save some fun for later, right?
What?
But is it okay if there's no particular penalty for being late?
is that
I
right?
made it here just fine. What school regulation did I violate? Am I wrong? You're so selfish, so spoiled. You're right, there's no penalty officially, but I bet you'll be sorry later. Now I'll make sure you're sorry later. Anyway, hustle your butts to the elevator. I'll be just one step ahead of you. When Monokuma was gone, we all rushed to Kyoko. Kyoko, you really didn't die?
Indeed.
Of course I didn't die. Thank God, I'm so glad you're okay. Perhaps, but that's not necessarily a good thing for us. Huh? He's right, now we gotta deal with the ghost. I told you to stop talking.
Let's go.
Come on, let's just go. Whatever we need to discuss, we could do it during the trial. Without ever looking directly at Kyoko, Byakuya stepped into the elevator. Master, wait for me. Good call. Who knows what might happen to us if we take too long.
But
I'd be happy when this trial is over. One after another, everyone piled into the elevator, but I couldn't help myself. I had to talk to Kyoko before the trial started. Listen, before we get started, I have to ask you, where have you been this whole time? You used that key of yours to go somewhere, didn't you?
Correct.
So, I went to investigate the second floor of the dorms. The second
That's
floor,
right.
there aren't any monitors or cameras there, so I was able to avoid Monokuma completely. Of course, I also missed his announcement because of that. I had no idea a body had been discovered. Then, when did you find out?
So,
Just now. Finished my search and came back down just in time to hear the class trial announcement. I took some time to go over the crime scene first. I can't go to the trial completely uninformed, can I? So that's why you were late.
however,
I'm sorry I kept you all waiting. But if you were on the second floor of the dorms, then what's the key that you found goes to?
wrong.
I could be precise, not quite.
In other words,
I used Monokuma's secret tool, which can open any lock in the school. What?
just a second.
Hey, what are you two doing? Hurry up before we get in trouble with Monokuma.
Makoto.
We can go over the details after we get to this trial, okay, Makoto? Right now, I just want to focus on surviving the current situation.
It would seem.
This is probably the single most crucial moment so far for me. For her? That's a strange way to put it. The class trial is important for everyone, right? So why would you say it's a crucial moment for her?
Goodbye.
Well, if that's all. Seemingly unconcerned, Kyoko made her way to the elevator. I'm just overthinking what she said, right? Yeah, I have zero clue. And the last one left is up into the elevator. So, maybe Kyoko didn't murder this person and one of us did. It can't be me, because then when I get killed? Unless it's going to do some shit where I die and I play as Kyoko. That could be very possible. And yeah, I don't know. This time, the clunking was loud enough to hurt my ears, and the dread began to consume me once again. I can't imagine ever getting used to the mental pressure that comes with preparing for an execution. In that dusky darkness, nobody said a word. We just stood there, silent and still. After an immeasurable period of time, the doors opened without warning. A dazzling light penetrated every depth of my eyes, but it wasn't the illuminating light of hope. It was the blinding light of despair. Whoa.
I can't wait! I can't
I've been waiting for this. I feel like it's been forever since we got together like this. This time for pointless jokes and jabs has passed. Let's get on with the show. So why was the 16th student allowed to just not be here either? I don't really get that. if Kyoko had to be here. I don't know. And so the curtain opened for the 5th time. A deadly judgment, a deadly deception, a deadly betrayal, a deadly riddle, a deadly defense, a deadly fate, a deadly clash trial. Okay.
Let's begin with a basic
I know.
Well, first, we need to clarify who exactly the unidentified victim is.
It's Kyoko. There's no other explanation.
But Kyoko's standing right there.
No, that's a ghost.
Oh my god, he's on with his bullshit.
But she has legs and stuff.
Well, that's just because she's like the latest evolution in ghost technology.
There's a limit to how much ridiculousness I can tolerate.
Okay. So I just have to prove that the corpse isn't Kyoko, right? Then let's compare Kyoko's traits to the traits of the dead body.
Her trait?
One important trait Kyoko has that proves the body doesn't belong to her.
I got it! I'm talking about her gloves. They'll give us some insight into the mystery. I'm sure of it.
In that case, I think it would be helpful if someone explained why she actually wears those gloves.
And would you happen to know the answer?
In fact, Monokuma told me. Apparently you have scars on your hands you don't want anyone to see.
Oh! You know, now that I think about it, the corpse wasn't wearing any gloves, right?
They probably just got burnt up in the explosion. I'm not convinced. The ghost is just trying to fool us all.
There's no way that corpse is Kyoko. But if I can't prove why, we're gonna be stuck here and the case won't move forward. So I don't have any choice but to... I'm gonna die a lot on this one, bruh. I'm lost on this one.
That Kyoko there is just a ghost.
Impossible.
Okay, then prove it. Prove she's not a ghost.
The dead body wasn't wearing gloves.
They got burnt up in the explosion.
Then she was wearing gloves before the explosion?
Well, yeah, she must have been wearing gloves. Because that corpse is absolutely Kyoko.
This entire discussion is idiotic.
Okay.
That Kyoko there is just a ghost.
Impossible.
Okay, then prove it.
The dead body wasn't wearing gloves.
They got burnt up in the explosion.
Then she was wearing gloves before the
Well, yeah, she must have been wearing gloves. Because that corpse is absolutely Kyoko.
This entire discussion is idiotic.
That Kyoko.
Okay, then prove
The dead body
Maybe it's the
wasn't
nails,
wearing
because
They
then...
got burnt up in the
Maybe
explosion.
the nails would have been...
She was wearing gloves.
Well, yeah, she must have been wearing gloves.
Yep.
No, that's wrong. No, there's no way the corpse was wearing gloves. Whoever it was, they were wearing fake nails, remember? I imagine trying to wear gloves over nails like that would have been a pretty big pain. Besides, Kyoko wears gloves to hide her hands, right? It'd be pretty
This song's
weird
a
for
bop.
someone who's self-conscious about their hands
I love this fucking
to
song.
wear fake nails, don't you think?
Jeez, man, you don't know women, huh? They're complicated like that.
If anyone doesn't know women, it's you.
Well, Kyoko, any thoughts?
These gloves were custom made to the size of my hands to make sure they don't interfere with my daily life. If I wore fake nails, the gloves wouldn't fit properly.
Then that's that. The dead body doesn't belong to Kyoko.
Which should have been obvious since she's standing right here.
Okay, so then, who's the real victim? First, we need to figure that out.
That's the first thing I said. You're the one who's been dragging us around in circles.
Before anything, we have to identify the victim. Everything starts from here. Tattoo in the right hand, right?
If Kyoko really is still alive, then who died?
There's gotta be some way to figure it out. I don't think so. The face was scorched beyond recognition. And there wasn't any description in the Monokuma file. Well, if we can't identify the body...
Then there's nothing else we can do, right?
It was that one. I forget the little symbols in the right corner tell me how many panels are left.
If Kyoko really... Then who died?
There's gotta be... I don't think so. The face was... And there wasn't any description in the... Well, if we can't identify the body...
Yep.
No, that's wrong. There was one clue left behind that we can use to identify the body.
What? For real?
If you're lying, he'll die a cruel and unusual death.
Cruel and unusual death? This I gotta see.
She's just being stupid. Ignore them, Makoto. Tell us what you're talking about.
The key to figuring out who it was is the tattoo on the back of her hand.
Oh, yeah. The design's pretty strange, huh? Is this a dog?
Her master must have made her get it. To be like, you're my bitch.
Oh my god.
Seriously? You really did something that humiliating?
No, that's not it. The identity of the victim is hidden within that tattoo.
Oh, really?
If we compare the tattoo to other information we have, the victim's identity should become clear.
I got it! The Fenrir Mercenary Corps. That's the name of the military group Mukuro Ikusaba belonged to.
Okay, so...
To show that they're a member of the team, each soldier that joins the squad would get a tattoo representing Fenrir somewhere on their body.
Fenrir?
That image that represents Fenrir is... Doggy. Wolf. Why not just say it, bruh? I really gotta spell it out. It's 4 letters.
Now I understand.
Now I understand.
The representation of Fenrir is a wolf.
Fenrir, the Wolf of Ragnarok. It's from Norse mythology. A huge, world-ending wolf face. He's the child of the trickster god Loki, and a female giant.
Man, after all this time, we finally got a glimpse of the literary all-star.
A wolf tattoo. Then that means...
Exactly. The body we found had a tattoo of a wolf, which means that person must have once belonged to Fenrir. So it must have been Mukuro.
What?
Hold on. Isn't she the one that was behind this whole thing?
You sound surprised, but you're absolutely right. Yes, indeed. The trial this time is to solve the murder of Mukuro Ikusaba.
What? Are you saying the mastermind is dead? And now we have to have a coup-last trial?
No. It means we were wrong in thinking that Mukuro was the mastermind at all.
But I mean, being the ultimate despair seems like a
Give me
pretty
1
mastermindy title
second.
to me.
One second. I gotta get some information. Okay. Alright. But I mean, being the ultimate despair.
Maybe
Oh,
we
yeah.
shouldn't have been thinking of her as the ultimate despair in the first place. After all, looking at her profile, I didn't see anything that would fit such a description. All it said was that she was the ultimate soldier.
I'll put on the AC while
If
this
I
is
remember
going.
correctly, that other information came from Kyoko. That's what you told Makoto, right?
So that means Kyoko got it wrong?
Then who was she? Who was Mukuro Ikusaba? She's been gone this whole time? And when she finally turns up, she gets killed.
Usually when there's a scene where an important character dies, it has a lot more detail.
So you're saying she wasn't an important character? Which would mean she was the same as us, just another participant.
Then who's the real mastermind?
It must have been the Hope's Peak Academy headmaster after all.
No, the headmaster has nothing to do with it.
But how can we trust that? We already know your information about Mukuro was wrong.
My information was not wrong.
Okay,
My
okay.
information
We're
was
in
not
the middle
wrong.
of a trial right now. Figuring out who killed Mukuro is first and foremost. Please limit all future prattle, chatter, and chit-chat as much as possible.
Fine. Uncovering the identity of the mastermind will have to wait. But remember this. No matter what happens, we will find out who you really are. I stake my family name on it.
I have officially decided to completely ignore all such attempts at provocation. Now then, just so nobody's confused, let me state this one more time for the record. The reason we're having a class trial is because a murder among the students has taken place. Hammer that point straight into your big ol' brains!
What you're saying is that both the victim and the culprit are part of the student body?
Then one of us killed Mukuro?
Wait, no! There's a chance that there's some mystery 17th person who's been hiding all along!
Nope. There are only 16 students in total that have been taking part in these events.
So why wasn't the 16th student allowed
Seriously?
or ever here
Then
though?
one of us killed
If that was one of
Mukuro?
the rules, but I guess
Did it?
I
Who's
guess
the
if they've been
killer
making the
this
rules, I
time?
guess maybe I don't know.
Get a hold of yourself. We've already narrowed down the list of possible suspects.
Huh?
I'm sure you realize who I'm talking about, right, Makoto? Who the evidence points to?
Just so we know, there can only be two. Only be two. Toko and Genocide Jack. Makoto and Kyoko. I don't know. I just want to say that. I want to see what's gonna happen. What are you saying? Are you trying to get me killed? You want me to die? I just want to see what's gonna happen. Yes, you're embarrassed. I know. Jack is a murderer.
I'm sure
too.
you...
So it's me.
I got it! You've narrowed it down to Kyoko and me, right?
Why do you say that?
Allow me to explain. Just after nighttime last night, I went to the garden, so I can confirm that at that point, there was no dead body there. So, the murder must have taken place after I left the garden. However, Hiro, Toko, Hina, and I were in the gym the entire time.
The gym?
That's right. The four of us were there trying to dismantle Monokuma. The whole time, we were very careful not to go anywhere alone. We even went to the bathroom in pairs. All of which is to say, the four of us all have alibis. The only ones without alibis.
Are me and Makoto. That's why you're able to narrow down the list of suspects.
Exactly so.
Damn it, I cannot understand. Somehow I have to clear my name.
I have something I'd like to say regarding the whole alibi thing.
Are you thinking of raising an objection?
Well, before that, I just want to try and get a better idea of what time the murder took place. Doing that might reveal some kind of clue.
Whatever you want. Somebody go ahead and help him out.
Me and Byakuya can both confirm that the body wasn't in the garden at... Well, it was after nighttime for sure. I'd say it must have been around 10 o'clock. So the murder must have happened after 10 p.m.
I thought so, but the body wasn't
Then
wet.
I guess we can say the time frame for the murder was between then and when we found the body?
It would have to be after 7:30.
Oh, but
And I'm sure
what
this,
time did
I
we
don't,
find the
how
body?
long are the sprinklers on
The one
for?
who saw the body first was Toko, right? And she went to go get the pickaxe.
So what time was the body discovered? What? Oh! Oh, yeah.
I got it! The body must have been discovered at 9 a.m., since that's when Toko went to get the pickaxe.
Yep, we know this.
He's right. It had to be around then.
So we can be totally sure the murder happened sometime between 10 at night and 9 in the morning.
For me, I was already asleep before nighttime hit, so I don't have an alibi after 10 o'clock. But I'm sure I met up with everyone else before 9 this morning.
We ran into each other in the dining hall, right? That was around... Oh yeah! Right around 7:30. I remember checking right before I went in, so I'm totally sure about it.
Which means from 10 p.m. to 7:30 a.m., you don't have an alibi.
The murder happened between 10 p.m. and 9 a.m., and I don't have an alibi from 10 p.m. until 7:30 a.m. Okay, then looks like the game has begun. If I can't provide an alibi for that period, then I just have to prove the murder didn't happen during that time. I don't have an alibi. Perfect, and we know that. It's the body. It's the wet. Sprinklers. Probably, right?
We've established a time frame for the murder. It took place somewhere between 10 o'clock at night and 9 o'clock in the morning.
Yep, and Makoto doesn't have an alibi for most of that time.
Yeah, from 10 o'clock to 7:30.
Oh, oops.
Shoot!
Shoot!
We've established a time that took place somewhere between and 9 o'clock in the morning. Yep, and
Yeah, from 7:30.
that's more than enough time to commit murder. So Makoto, if you have any
Okay,
objections,
so it's
now
up.
would be the time.
We've established a time frame for the murder. It took place somewhere between 10 o'clock at night and 9 o'clock in the morning.
Yep, and Makoto doesn't have an alibi for most of that time.
Yeah, from 10 o'clock
Or maybe
to
sprinklers.
7:30.
That's more than enough time to commit murder.
So Makoto, if you have any objections,
Maybe
now
sprinklers on
would
the
be
10
the time.
o'clock, or it's her 7:30.
We've established a time frame for the murder. It took place somewhere between 10 o'clock and...
Yep.
No, that's wrong.
Great.
Actually, the murder couldn't have happened anywhere near 10 o'clock. It had to have taken place way later.
And what makes you say that?
Because of the sprinklers in the garden. The sprinklers are set to go off right at 7:30 every morning, right? So if the body had been in the garden before 7:30, then it should have been completely soaked.
Oh, hold on. I remember this part perfectly. The body was wet. Dripping wet, in fact.
Sorry, Toko, but you're wrong.
You
I'm
idiot.
wrong? mouth down south was wet? How
What?
dare you
The mouth
use
down
such
south?
indecent words?
No, I'm saying that the body was wet, but not because of the sprinklers.
What do you mean? By denying the sprinkler, are you trying to deny my entire existence?
Man, you're totally wacko.
If you really think it wasn't the sprinkler, you'd better tell us why!
I need to prove that it wasn't the sprinklers that got the body wet. All I have to do is hit Toku with certain evidence and that should do it. Well, I'm glad I'm defending myself for once in this shit. Oh, it's a music thing. Oh.
I admit nothing. No! That's enough! Are you trying to blame me? I admit nothing. No! That's enough! Are you trying to blame me? I admit nothing. I'm right about this. I admit nothing.
Yeah.
No! That's enough! Are you trying to blame me? I admit nothing. No! That's enough! Are you trying to blame me?
Shit it on.
How can you say it wasn't the sprinkler?
Is this? What? What am I supposed to do? Which one was it?
Hold on! I admit nothing.
Final strike, so then body before
How
explosion.
can you say it
exploded body.
wasn't the sprinkler?
What the fuck one is it? What the fuck is it?
No! That's enough! Are you
I'm
trying to
shitting
blame
on her.
me?
Like, what? Why?
How can you say it wasn't the sprinkler?
Okay, so then it's the fragments one, I guess.
I'm right about this. I hate you. I don't know anything. Hold on.
It's fragments, alright?
How can you say it wasn't the sprinkler?
What? Fuck! Oh, I could have hit another one. Oh my god! So did I hit the same one twice and then did it third? I don't know, bruh. Give it another shot. I refuse to give up yet. I refuse. I refuse to give up yet.
I admit nothing. No! That's enough! Are you trying to blame me? I admit nothing. No! That's enough! Are you trying to blame me? I admit nothing. I'm right about this. I admit nothing. No! That's enough! Are you trying to blame me? I admit nothing.
Oh, I got it. How do I reload again? Oh.
That's enough! Are you trying to blame me? I admit nothing.
Oh, okay. So it's gotta be
How can you say it wasn't the sprinkler?
this, right?
This should prove it.
Okay. This should prove it. Sure, man. Whatever you say.
Just remember what the body was like after the explosion, and you'll see why it wasn't the sprinklers.
I thought I used this one already, but I guess it did fragment and then the body before twice.
The top half of the body was wet, yes, but the bottom half was completely dry. If the sprinklers got the body wet, shouldn't the whole body have been wet?
So they only got the top wet? The bottom was completely dry? What a brutal maniac!
I'm so sick of her.
Me
Let's
too,
just
brother. Me
move
too.
on. The reason only the top half was wet was because while the body was still on fire, I doused it with water. but only the part on fire, the top half.
Oh, then I guess the sprinklers really didn't do it.
So if the sprinklers didn't get the body wet, then the murder must have taken place
After 7:30.
sometime after the sprinklers turned on at 7:30 in the morning.
Which means she must have been killed sometime between then and when the body was discovered at 9.
But Makoto's alibi was only missing from 10 o'clock last night to 7:30 this morning, right?
Mm-hmm.
So there's no way Makoto could have done it.
There was also the
I
tarp
guess you
there.
had an alibi after all. Good for you.
In which case, the only one left without an alibi is Kyoko.
Who was the only one without an alibi? Which would mean that Makuro's killer is... No, I refuse to believe it.
I'd just like to say one thing. If you vote for me and I die here, the mystery of this school will stay hidden forever. Which is why I can't let that happen.
Huh?
So are you saying you're not the culprit?
Of course I'm not. I have no reason to kill anyone. This is a trap the mastermind has laid for us.
A trap?
We're this far into the game and now you decide to blame me? Stop wasting time! Stop wasting energy! You really think your little trick is gonna work?
Shut up, you!
Shut up,
You
you.
got it, boss! Shutting up now!
Anyway, Kyoko, you actually did have a reason to kill her.
Huh? She did?
She thought Mukuro was the ultimate despair. In other words, the mastermind behind everything. So she killed her to try and put a stop to all this. Isn't that right, Kyoko? But you made one catastrophic mistake. Mukuro wasn't the mastermind at all. And as a result, we were forced into another trial, something I'm sure you weren't at all expecting.
So, that was her motive?
If she had a motive and no alibi, well then, I think it's pretty clear Kyoko's gotta be the culprit.
I'm not the only one without an alibi. Makoto's explanation
Okay,
is still
Kyoko,
insufficient.
settle down now. Don't come at me. What
The
the hell?
sprinklers didn't get the body wet, but that doesn't mean the murder happened when he said it did.
The tarp, though.
What are you...
Because you see, there is a way the body could have avoided getting wet.
The tarp. It was covered.
Interesting. I'm listening.
All it would take is covering the body with a certain something to keep it from getting wet.
I started something at the scene that we used to cover the body. There's a tarp at.
I got it!
I got it.
You're talking about the tarp, aren't you?
You catch on quick. You're right. All you'd have to do is cover the body with the tarp, and that'd take care of the water. In fact, that's exactly what the killer did. The dirt pattern on the tarp can attest to that.
Dead ass, bruh.
Only one side of the tarp got dirty, because that's the side that got covered in water. The side that faced down over the body, meanwhile, kept perfectly clean. This proves that the killer used the tarp to keep the body from getting soaked.
But why would they go to all that effort just to keep the body from getting wet?
Most likely so they could cloud the issue of when the murder actually took place.
I feel like half the
In
time these
other
niggas don't even
words,
think that
to
much.
create an excuse exactly like the one Makoto just gave us.
Why would Kyoko say that? Why would she want to make me look like the killer? No, I can't think about that right now. That tarp. If it was used the way Kyoko said, the tarp must have touched the body, right? With the body. Wait, something's not right.
And what might that be?
I can't remember about Kyoko's motivations. If I don't do something, everyone's gonna think I'm the killer. I'll refute what Kyoko said. she's combating with me obviously to pull out the killer, but I gotta fight for myself now. Life at the crime scene, body before the explosion, exploded body analysis, fragments of the dead body when the body was found.
By covering the body with the tarp, the killer prevented it from getting wet.
So the reason the tarp was only dirty on one side is because the sprinkler got that side wet.
But the underside of the tarp, it was totally spotless, right?
It's because that side was protected from the water.
Wrong! Me, bruh. I'm wrong. I'm always wrong.
Shoot!
Shoot!
By covering the body with the tarp, the killer prevented it from getting wet.
So the reason the tarp was only dirty on one side is because the sprinkler got that side wet.
But the underside of the tarp, it was totally spotless, right?
It's because that side was protected from the water. Since it was facing down toward the body, of course it didn't get dirty.
Read that.
By covering the body with the tarp, the killer prevented it from getting...
So the reason the tarp was only dirty on one side is because the sprinkler got that...
But the underside of the tarp, it was totally spotless.
It's because that side was protected from the water.
Okay, it has to do something with that, because... But then the blood. What would be the blood?
By covering the body with the tarp, the killer prevented it from getting wet.
So the reason the tarp was only dirty on one side...
Maybe this?
...is because the sprinkler got that...
But the underside of the...
I think this is the contradiction right here.
That side was protected from the water.
What the fuck is the answer, bro? Just tell me the...
Shoot!
Everyone's gonna think I'm the killer.
By covering the body with the tarp, the killer prevented it from getting wet.
So the reason the tarp was only dirty on one side is because the sprinkler got that side wet.
But the underside of the tarp, it was totally spotless, right?
It's because that side was protected from the water. Since it was facing down toward the... Of course it didn't get dirty!
Nope. I got an achievement.
Shoot!
Achievement for being wrong all the time. You're actually a doofus. Okay.
By covering the body with the tarp,
How we know
the
you
killer
didn't
prevented it
not
from
do
getting
it?
wet.
Dead ass.
So the reason the tarp was only dirty on one side is because the sprinkler got that side wet.
But the underside of the tarp, it was totally spotless.
It's because that side was protected from the water. Since it was facing down, of course it didn't get dirty.
Okay, but
By covering the body with the tarp, the killer prevented it from...
So the reason the tarp was only dirty on one side is because the sprinkler got that...
But the underside of it, it was totally spotless.
It's because that side was protected from the water. Since it was facing down, of course it didn't get dirty.
bro, I don't know. I know what it has to do. It has to do with the blood. I thought I did use the knife one already. Boop dap boop dap boop dap boop dap dap doop 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 doop dap. Okay, hurry this on up now. Let's just get our. Let's hurry up and reset.
I refuse to give up yet.
I'm gonna heal everything back up. There's really no consequences in losing. I mean, it's something to do with the blood. Why was the blood not on the side of the tarp? Which means that the person would have to have died after, or she wasn't stabbed until after.
By covering the body with the tarp, the killer prevented it from getting wet.
So the reason the tarp was only because the sprinkler,
But the underside of it, it was totally spotless.
it's because that side was protected since it was facing down. Of course it didn't get dirty.
Like, what the fuck?
Shoot!
I don't know, man.
By covering the body with the tarp, the killer prevented it.
So the reason the tarp was only dirty is because the sprinkler got that side wet.
But the underside, it was totally spotless.
It's because that side was protected since it was facing down. Of course it didn't get dirty.
Oh, okay.
No, that's wrong. Actually, one side being clean is pretty strange if you think about it. Because the blood wasn't dry before the body got blown up, right? Byakuya said it himself. Not to touch it, or you might get some on you. If you put a tarp on a body in that state, it absolutely would have gotten blood on it.
Well, maybe the culprit washed it, so nobody would know they'd used it.
If they had, they would have washed both sides. Just washing the one side wouldn't hide anything.
Oh!
Oh!
More than that, what if the very blood we saw on the body was meant as a kind of camouflage?
Oh, the blood was camouflage?
What if, after the killer used the tarp to avoid the sprinklers, they then covered the body in blood that didn't belong to the victim?
You mean someone else's blood? Where would they get something like that?
I know! They could have grabbed some of the blood packs from the nurse's office. That's what Hifumi did, right? When he pretended to be dead?
No, that's not what happened this time. The killer got the blood from right there in the garden.
Get the blood from right there in the garden, right? Which must mean... chicken coop!
I got it!
The chicken!
Could it have been chicken blood?
Oh.
Chicken blood?
When I checked the chicken coop before the murder, there were 5 chickens. But after the murder, there were only 4.
So, you're saying someone killed a chicken and then covered the body with its blood?
Blood?
Man, that's messed up.
Killing a living thing just to do something like that is awful. They should have at least eaten it.
I wonder if the killer had to get the blood from the scene so they wouldn't be spotted walking around. Anyway, there's no denying that a chicken went missing, which provides a basis for my theory.
Perhaps, but even so, there's one thing that still doesn't make sense. You said the culprit used the tarp to avoid the water and then covered the body in blood, right? But if that's the case, then the blood should have soaked into the ground around the body. But that's not what we saw. Only the victim's clothing had blood on it. The ground was completely clean.
Completely clean.
I have to agree, that certainly is strange. Maybe they didn't apply the blood at the scene. Maybe they covered the coat in blood beforehand.
They covered it beforehand?
When you discovered the body, was it wearing the coat like you normally would?
I think so. Wait, no. The head was through the neck hole, but the arms weren't in the sleeves.
Then that settles it.
Sorry, I'm having a tough time keeping. What settles what?
Here's what happened. The murder took place before the sprinklers went off. But the body didn't get wet because the killer covered it with the tarp. Then, later, at the same time the killer was gathering up the tarp, they pulled the coat over the body, the coat they've already covered in blood. This series of cover-ups was meant to disguise the actual time the murder occurred.
Someone's intelligent.
They wanted us to think the murder happened sometime after the sprinklers had gone off, at 7:30.
If that's actually what took place, it certainly becomes possible that the murder happened earlier.
But to pull all that off, wouldn't they have had to go back to the garden after the sprinklers turned off?
That actually wouldn't have been all that difficult.
Huh?
They already had the coat ready, so they just had to grab the tarp and pull the coat over the body. They'd be done in no time.
Maybe, but still.
Hina, after you met up with Makoto in the dining hall, did you two stay together from that point on?
Oh no. I headed off to the gym, and Makoto didn't show up till later.
Then he had plenty of time to spare, wouldn't you say?
That's not...
Don't bother saying it's not possible.
I must admit, Kyoko's reasoning is sound. Makoto's alibi is inadequate.
And suspicion falls back on me again. But why? Why is Kyoko trying to entrap me? I don't understand. This guy's dead body has been added to the truth bullets.
Well then, it looks like we're back to square one. Makoto's alibi is no good, so once again, our suspects are him and Kyoko.
For serious, man? Which
For
one of them did it?
serious.
Hey, why don't we let luck decide? Let's flip a coin. 50-50 odds.
Oh!
See? Pretty good idea, right?
No, not that. I just remembered something super serious.
Well, don't just stand there. Out with it.
You know that knife we found all black and burnt?
The one we found stuck in the body before it exploded, right?
Dead ass, bro.
According to the Monokuma file,
Why
the
wouldn't he
knife
just be
went
like,
all
shut
the
the
way
fuck
through,
up, bitch?
From front to back.
There's no blood on it.
So, what about it?
I'm pretty sure I'd seen that knife somewhere before. That's what I thought when I first saw it. I just remembered.
It's in my room. What do you do with it? Yep. I had to hold it.
It's the knife we gave to Makoto?
You don't seem surprised. You must have noticed earlier.
Yeah,
Then why did you hide that fact?
it's not that I hid it. It's just...
I'm gonna be sure of what actually happened last night. I thought maybe I really did kill her.
Suspicious. Very suspicious indeed. The knife we found stuck in the body came from Makoto. Now I'm totally convinced he did it. 12,000% convinced.
Considering everything up till now, I should be able to make it clear. I have to prove that I didn't murder anyone. I'm not the killer. Oh, hell. I don't know. What are my options here? I don't know, bro.
The knife we found lodged in the dead body.
It's the same one we gave to Makoto.
It really is, isn't it? I was afraid of that.
If he did have that knife before, then that seals it. Makoto did it.
Just because I had the knife once, that automatically makes me the killer?
Well, getting stabbed is what killed her, right? So there's no question. You took that knife of yours and killed her with it.
What a horrible man you are, Makoto.
Isn't that to kill Makuro? No, there's no way.
The knife we found lodged in the dead body.
It's the same one we gave to Makoto.
It really is, isn't it? I was afraid of that.
If he did have that seals it.
Just because I had that automatic...
Well, getting stabbed is what killed her, right? So there's no question.
You took that knife. What a horrible man you are, Makoto.
The knife we found...
It's the same one we gave.
It really is, isn't it?
If he did have that seals it. Just because I had that automatic...
Well, getting stabbed is what killed her, so there's no question. You took that knife of yours.
What a horrible man you are, Makoto.
Wasn't there another piece of that?
The knife we found lodged in the dead body.
Yeah, dead ass, bro.
It's the same one we gave to Makoto.
It really is, isn't it?
If he did have that,
Okay, so there's only
because
two
I have
things.
automatic.
Well, getting stabbed is what.
So there's no.
You took that knife of yours and killed her.
What a horrible man you are, Makoto.
Okay.
The knife we found lodged in the dead body.
It's the same one we gave to Makoto.
It really is, isn't it? I was afraid of that.
Maybe something to do with
If he did
this.
have that knife, that seals it. Look, just because I have that automatic.
Well, getting stabbed is.
Oh, that's right. Okay.
No, that's wrong.
Then the knife was put into the body, but it isn't.
Wait,
Because
hold on.
why was a knife?
The stab wound isn't what killed Mukuro. That should be clear from the description of the cover-up we just heard.
Yep.
Lies! We never talked about what killed her.
No, don't you remember? The killer covered the dead body with the tarp, and then put the bloody coat on it, right? In other words, the victim never wore that blood-stained coat until after they were dead.
Okay, fine. So what?
So, when we discovered the body, the knife had been thrust through the coat along with the body. Meaning, if she wasn't stabbed until the coat was put on, and she was already dead at that point, obviously the stab wound isn't what killed her.
Maybe you stabbed her twice. Once to kill her and once to cover it up.
The victim was stabbed twice in the same spot? No, there's no way that's possible. Maybe this? No. Damn it. Okay, so
Shoot!
I just embarrassed myself in front of everyone. That's what your concern is, bro. Alright, well I guess it's the knife. Nope.
Shoot!
Shoot, I just embarrassed myself. I'm a joke. The victim was stabbed twice in the same spot. Oh, wait. Even then is unknown. They were, however, dead before the blast. The victim had been stabbed a single time. There we go.
I got it! The Monokuma file clearly
I forgot that
states
could be used
there
as
was
evidence.
only one stab wound.
Oh yeah, it sure did. Totally forgot about that.
Then the knife.
Was just another piece of camouflage set up by the true killer. They probably stabbed her to draw attention away from what actually killed her. Exploding the body afterward was probably meant to do the same thing. The explosion severely damaged the body, making it impossible to know what really killed her. It was all the killer's attempt to destroy all evidence of their crime.
So they wanted us to notice the stab wound and then detonated the body afterward. They meant for us to latch onto the knife as the cause of death, then destroy any evidence proving otherwise.
Oh, hey, I have a question. It kind of goes back to the beginning, but what's the deal with that explosion anyway? Why'd the body just blow up all of a sudden like that?
If you bothered to put that lump of gray matter between your ears to use, you'd know the answer.
Damn.
Well, if you're so smart, just tell me.
I'll tell you. I bet some unknown quantum particle caused an atomic level spontaneous combustion.
I might be dumb, but even I'm not dumb enough to believe that.
Go ahead, Makoto. Tell her or we won't make any headway on this.
There's only one person I can think of for the explosion.
I got it! After the explosion, we found a tiny fragment of something on the ground near the body, right? That fragment reveals the cause of the explosion.
Huh? You know, I think like I've seen something like it somewhere before.
That's only natural, because of course, we saw the same thing when we dismantled Monokuma. It's part of a bomb.
Oh! Then the explosion was because of the Monokuma bomb.
Yeah.
Anyway, the culprit's motive is becoming more and more obvious by the minute. They wanted the knife wound to look like the fatal injury so that we'd suspect Makoto. And the only one who would benefit from that is the only other possible suspect. You, Kyoko.
Hold on a second, Byakuya.
What's the problem?
Well, I just feel like we need to think this through. We still don't know what actually killed the victim.
That's true. It's definitely bugging me. What really killed her?
Fine. I have no problem with that. Let us continue the debate. It won't change the facts of the case regardless.
We need to determine what ultimately killed the victim. We need to concentrate. Oh, brother. Monokuma fire.
Then shall we continue the debate? The victim's fatal injury has yet to be determined, correct?
The explosion didn't kill her for sure. I guess.
Well, yeah. She was already totally dead when that happened.
And it wasn't me because of the knife, right? And then there's only one other thing.
Oh, yeah. According to the Monokuma file, that's gotta be it. There was evidence that showed she was hit on the back of her head.
And more than that, the victim had suffered countless wounds across her entire body. Then shall we continue the debate? The victim's fatal injury has yet to be determined, correct?
The explosion didn't kill her for sure. I guess.
Well, yeah. She was already totally dead when that happened.
And it wasn't
What
me
the
because
hell?
of the knife, right? And then there's only one other thing.
Oh, yeah. According to the Monokuma file, that's gotta be it. There was evidence that showed she was hit on the back of her head.
And more than that, the victim had suffered countless wounds across her entire body.
Maybe the
Then shall we
countless
continue
wounds
the
were
debate?
from...
The victim's fatal injury has yet to be determined, correct?
The explosion didn't kill.
Well, yeah.
And it wasn't me. And then
Oh, yeah. That's gotta be it.
There was evidence that...
And more than that, the victim had suffered countless wounds across her entire body.
What would that be for?
Then shall we continue?
Continue the debate?
The victim's fatal injury has yet to be determined, correct?
the explosion didn't kill her for sure. I guess.
Well, yeah.
She was already told...
And it wasn't me because of the knife, right? And then there's only one.
Oh, yeah. That's gotta be it. There was evidence that showed she was hit on the back of her head. Shoot.
I don't fucking know,
Shall
bro.
we continue the debate? The victim's fatal injury has yet to be determined, correct?
The explosion didn't kill her for sure. I guess.
Well, yeah.
She was already told...
And it wasn't me because of the knife, right? And then there's only.
Oh, yeah. That's gotta be it. There was evidence that showed she was hit on the back of her head.
And more than that, the victim had suffered countless wounds across her entire body.
Wait, what?
Then shall we continue the debate? The victim's fatal injury has yet to be determined, correct?
The explosion didn't kill her for sure. I guess.
Shoot.
Let's. I'm just gonna start running through
Then
them.
shall we
I
continue
don't
the
know.
debate? The victim's fatal injury had...
The explosion didn't kill her for sure.
Yeah.
I guess.
Shoot!
I don't fucking
Then
know,
shall we
bruh.
continue the debate? The victim's fatal injury has yet to be
The explosion didn't kill
I
her
didn't mean
for
to do
sure.
that.
Well, yeah.
And it wasn't because of the knife, right? And then there's only...
Oh yeah! That's gotta be it!
There was evidence. And more than that,
The victim had suffered
Countless wounds across her entire body.
Oh, I don't know, bruh.
Shoot!
She suffered countless wounds around her body. That was true too. I don't know which part's the contradiction here. I would assume, because I'm like reading them as what would be the contradiction.
I refuse to
And the
give
other
up
one
yet.
that could be a contradiction because all the other ones are right. I mean, the knife can't be it. We already decided that, I think. We knew it was a heavy, a blunt object, so I'm thinking it's the explosion. The explosion could have killed her, but then I remembered he said that she wasn't breathing
Then shall we
before.
continue the debate? The victim's fatal injury has yet to be
The explosion didn't kill her for sure.
We're just gonna keep spamming, bruh. Low key.
Shoot!
Then shall we continue? The victim's fatal.
The explosion didn't kill...
Well, yeah.
And it wasn't
Oh yeah! That's gotta be it! There was evidence that showed she was hit on the back of...
And more than that,
The victim had suffered countless wounds across her entire body. Then shall we continue the debate?
the victim's fatal injury.
The explosion didn't kill her for sure.
Well, yeah.
And it wasn't because of the knife. And then there's only...
Oh yeah! That's gotta be it! There was evidence that showed she...
And more than that,
The victim had suffered countless wounds across her entire body.
Nope.
Shoot!
I don't know, bruh. I'm thinking the contradiction would be
Then
explosion.
shall we continue the debate? The victim's fatal injury has yet.
Before the blast, the victim had been stabbed a single time with a knife which went through the body. They also been struck in the head with an object about as thick as a metal pipe. The body was covered with other wounds, but these were several days old. I don't think that's wrong. What the fuck could it be?
The explosion didn't kill her for sure. I guess.
Well, yeah. She was already totally dead when that happened.
And it wasn't because of the knife, right? And then...
Oh yeah! That's gotta be it! There was...
and more
I
than
feel like
that,
the only
victim had suffered
contradiction would
countless
be
wounds
the
across her
explosion part, right?
Then shall we continue? The victim's fatal injury has yet to be.
The explosion didn't kill her for sure.
Oh my god, bro. I don't know what I'm looking for here at all. I cannot tell you what I'm supposed to be looking for.
Then shall
Normally
we
the
continue
contradictions are
debate?
kind of obvious. It's just what
The
my
victim's
answers should be.
fatal injury has yet to be determined, correct?
The explosion didn't kill her for sure. I guess.
Well,
sure, I guess.
She was already told...
And it wasn't because of the knife, right? And then there's only...
Oh yeah! That's gotta be it! There was evidence that showed she was hit on the back of her head. Shoot!
Oh my god, bro. I don't have evidence that's pointing to anything right now.
I refuse to give up yet.
I'm confused here. There's always one like this where I can't fucking figure it out.
Then shall we continue the debate? The victim's fatal injury has yet to be determined, correct?
The explosion didn't kill her for sure. I guess.
Shoot!
I'm getting
Then
pissed
shall
off.
we continue the debate? The victim's fatal injury has...
The explosion didn't kill her for sure. I guess.
Well, yeah. She was already totally dead when...
And it wasn't even...
Oh, yeah. That's gotta be it.
And more than that, the victim had suffered countless wounds.
If this one is correct,
Then shall we continue? The victim's fatal injury has yet...
The explosion didn't kill her for sure.
okay, wrong.
Shoot!
Then shall we continue? The victim's fatal injury has yet to...
The explosion didn't kill her for sure.
Well, yeah.
And it wasn't because of the knife, right? And then there's only one other thing.
I didn't mean to do that.
Oh, yeah. That's gotta be it. There was evidence that showed...
And more than that, the victim had suffered countless wounds across her entire body.
Shoot!
Maybe I had to use that on the first one.
Then shall we continue? The victim's fatal injury had...
The explosion didn't kill her for sure.
Well, yeah.
And it wasn't because... And then there's a...
Oh, yeah.
What the fuck is this shit?
And more than that, the victim had suffered
Oh,
countless wounds
oh,
across her
oh,
entire...
oh, oh! I see what
Then
I'm
shall we
looking
continue?
for.
The victim's fatal...
Look, watch.
Explosion didn't kill
This is
her
gonna be
for
right. Watch.
And it wasn't because of the knife, right? And then there's only one...
Oh, yeah. That's gotta be it. There was evidence that showed you...
And more than that, the victim had suffered countless wounds across her...
This is gonna be right.
Then shall we continue the debate? The victim's fatal injury has yet to be...
No, that's wrong.
I was just grabbing the.
Mukuro died because of the blow to the back of the head she suffered.
Yep.
What about the wounds all over the rest of her body? They didn't have anything to do with
I think
it?
it's from the war shit, right?
The Monokuma file makes it clear that those weren't fresh wounds.
Oh yeah, good point. If they were old, I guess they don't really matter.
Okay, then we're safe in assuming the blow to the back of her head is what killed her.
But then, what was the murder weapon? The Monokuma file says she was hit with a blunt object, about as thick as a metal pipe.
Oh! I bet it was the pickaxe!
How is that even possible? If you hit someone with that, it'd cave their skull in completely.
Well, maybe they held it the other way and hit her with the handle.
No way! The balance would be all off. You wouldn't be able to swing it with any kind of power. I wouldn't mind testing it on you if you want.
No thanks. I bet you just hit me with the metal end and call it an accident.
I'd love to scoop out that nasty brain of yours, throw it on the ground and spit on it.
I feel the same way. Looks like we're on the same page this time.
Jesus.
Seriously?
We want to figure out what killed her, right? It just so happens we already know.
How? What do we know?
We already know? I knew we could count on you, Master.
So what was it?
Go ahead and tell them, Makoto. Surely you've deduced the real murder weapon?
Is it this?
I got it! Mukuro was hit in the back of the head with something, and that's what killed her. And that something was the titanium arrow we found in the locker in the dojo.
An arrow? That's what the culprit attacked Mukuro with?
Indeed. There's no doubt about it.
Are you sure? That sounds kind of weird. Hey! How dare you backtalk, Master? You have no right!
I'm not back-talking anything. I'm just saying what I think.
I don't blame Hina for doubting it because there's one more thing about that weapon.
The titanium arrow. It was in the dojo locker, right? I have no doubt that was the murder weapon.
Are you sure?
You don't sound convinced. What's the problem?
Well, 'cause in the Monokuma file, it said the weapon must have been about as thick as a metal pipe, right? It seems like an arrow would just be too thin.
Talking back to Master! You have no right!
Oh, what did she just say? She said wooden arrow, huh?
The
No, she said.
titanium arrow. It was in the
No,
dojo
no, no,
locker.
no.
I have
That's
no
not what she
doubt.
said.
Are you sure?
You don't sound convinced.
Well, it said the weapon must have been. It seems like an arrow would just be too thin.
Bro.
Shoot!
The titanium arrow. It was in the dojo locker, right? I have no doubt that was the murder weapon.
Are you sure?
You don't sound convinced.
Well,
Alright, so what was the other
weapon
key
must have-
thing
it
from
seems
here?
like an arrow would
Shoot
just be too. Talking back to Master. You have no right!
The titanium arrow. It was in the dojo locker, right? I have no doubt that was the murder weapon.
Are you sure?
You don't sound convinced. What's the
What
problem?
would be the wood block key to that?
Because in the Monokuma file, it said the weapon must have been about as thick as a metal pipe, right? It seems like an arrow would just be too thin.
Talking back to Master!
Bloody duct tape.
You have no
Maybe.
right!
Oh, they wrapped a bundle of them in
The
duct tape.
titanium, it was in the dojo. I have no doubt.
Are you sure?
You don't sound convinced.
Well, because it said the
Right?
weapon
Does
must
that
have
make
been about.
sense?
It seems like an arrow would just be.
Yeah.
No, that's wrong. You're right. Just the one
No, that's
arrow would've
wrong.
been too
You're right.
weak. That's why the killer used another weapon.
Another weapon?
Inside the dojo locker, we also found a balled-up wad of duct tape. The killer probably uses duct tape to bind multiple arrows together. Bundling them together using the duct tape would easily create a single weapon as thick as a pipe. And that's exactly what the killer did.
It's similar to Aesop's fable about the bundle of sticks. One stick is weak, but put them together, and they become strong. It's meant to teach cooperation.
Damn, that's harsh.
How is it harsh? Are you even listening?
Anyway, that explains the murder weapon. As for who the culprit is that stashed the weapon in the dojo locker, it was you, Kyoko.
I've never been to the dojo.
That's a lie.
Oh no, you absolutely have.
How can you say that with such confidence?
Because we have proof, of course. Don't we, Makoto?
Oh,
She was there. That's where I spoke to her there.
What's the matter? Surely you don't intend to protect a murderer. You know what will happen if you do, don't you? If you cover for the culprit, there's only one thing that can lead to. The death of us all, remember?
The death of us all.
of course I remember.
Then show us. Show everyone the evidence that proves Kyoko went to the dojo.
I spoke to her there, did I not too? But I have the key.
I got it.
That was
The one
big
thing
ass
that
key that
proves
was
Kyoko
sitting on
was
her
in the
table.
dojo is right here. The key to the dojo locker.
And how does that prove anything?
Because I found it in your room.
It was in my room?
Don't bother trying to play dumb. That key is just the final piece of the puzzle. Your non-existent alibi, your clear motive, your attempts to frame Makoto for the crime. This all proves that you are the true culprit. You can't explain this away, so just give up.
Hold on a second.
Not this again. You really are dead set on defending her, aren't you?
No, It's not that I want to defend her. It's just... there's one more thing I need to ask her. Kyoko, I want you to tell me something. Last night, you were in my room, weren't you? Why? What were you doing there? That's what I need to know.
I was just protecting you.
What?
She was protecting me. Then does that mean she knew I was being attacked? And she came to my rescue. Could that be when... Which would mean that Kyoko, she killed someone for me?
That's enough. The time for idle chatter is over. A verdict is close at hand.
Wait. I'm warning you. Don't make this mistake. I'm not the killer.
I knew you were stubborn, but this is just getting ridiculous.
Really? But you should know better than anyone I didn't do it. Can you tell me I'm wrong?
I should know?
What? Byakuya should know better than anyone? What does that mean? I'm finding out everything here, brother. I don't know what's going on. When the body was found, Byakuya's account with black key.
Those words you just spoke. What do you mean?
Exactly what I said. I'm not the killer. You should understand that more than anyone here.
Byakuya, what are you hiding?
Master would never hide something from me!
There's proof that you aren't the culprit. Is that what you're saying?
You stated a theory earlier. You said I hid the evidence of my crime in the dojo locker, and then left the locker key in my own room, correct? But could I really have done that?
Those words you just spoke.
Oh, she didn't have the key. She didn't have the key. She didn't have the key. It's Byakuya. It's Byakuya.
You should understand that more than anyone here.
I forgot.
Master would never hide something from me!
There's proof that you aren't the culprit. Is that what you're saying?
You said I hid the evidence of my crime and then left the locker key in my own room. But could I really have done that?
Those words
I have to copy her shit, but I'm gonna just...
The killer. You should understand.
Byakuya.
Master would never hide.
There's proof that you aren't the culprit.
Okay, it's what she said at the end. I have to copy that.
Shoot.
Those words you just...
Exactly.
Yeah, I've been in this trial for over an hour.
Byakuya. Master would never.
There's proof that you... Is that what you're...
You said I hid the and then left the locker key in my own room. But could I really have done that?
Why wouldn't she just say, but you have my
Those
key?
words you just...
Exactly what I'm not the killer. You should understand.
Byakuya.
Master would never.
There's proof that you aren't the culprit.
No, that's wrong.
Holy shit, I forgot. The whole reason.
If I'm right, Kyoko wouldn't have been able to get into her room.
Huh? Why not?
Because she had given her room key to Byakuya.
I see. So that's what you meant. And if I had the key to your room...
Then obviously I had no way of getting in. Without my room key, I couldn't have possibly put the locker key in there myself. Am I wrong?
It would appear not.
Then you're finally starting to understand.
No, that's not actually true. There was a clear contradiction in what Kyoko just told us, an obvious lie. But this, it just isn't like her. To try and save her. Does she really feel that threatened? Because she's the killer? Or is it something else? There's something deeper meaning hidden in what Kyoko said earlier. If you vote for me and I die here, then mystery school will stay hidden forever, which is why I can't let that happen. This is a trap the Mastermind has laid for us. Mastermind's trap. The Mastermind's trying to trap Kyoko, but what if that's not really true? What could I do? What should I do? What should I... The Mastermind's trapped. The victim was Makuro, and Kyoko killed her. What does Kyoko really know? What am I supposed to do? Kyoko's lie. I'm the only one who knows it's a lie. I'm the only one who can expose it, but who can I trust? What am I supposed to do? The Mastermind's trapped. If you spend all your time trying to avoid danger and never move forward, we know the danger, but if that risks means solving the mystery, we have no choice. Am I wrong? What did I do? Or what do I do? I have to decide right here and now whether or not to expose Kyoko's lie. Huh? No way! What? No. Kyoko, you won't get away with this lie. You told me never to lie to my friends. And I won't let you lie anymore.
There was a lie hidden within Kyoko's statement.
And you just try to get me killed. You try to get me killed multiple times.
Isn't that right, Kyoko?
You said it. The burden of proof is on you. So let's hear it. Where's this lie, then?
Kyoko's definitely lying. It must be because there's some other deeper truth she wants to keep hidden.
I didn't have the key to my room because I'd given it to Byakuya. There's no doubt about that, right?
You are correct.
So I couldn't possibly have gotten into my room.
Then, when we searched Kyoko's room, how else could the key have gotten there?
Someone other than me must have put it there. That's the only explanation.
He says it wasn't her who left the key to the dojo locker in her room. Is that really true?
I didn't have the key to my room because I'd given it to Byakuya. There's no doubt about that, right?
You are correct.
So I couldn't possibly have gotten into my room.
Then, when we searched Kyoko's room, how else could the key have gotten there?
Someone other than me must have put it there. That's the only explanation.
What the fuck could this one be?
I didn't have the key to my room because I'd given it to Byakuya.
Monokuma's account.
There's no doubt.
What is Monokuma's account? Byakuya stated that there was no corpse in the garden just yet. Byakuya also said that Yasuhiro and Toko and Oi were in the gym the entire night, and none of them were alone at any point. Oh. Wait. Monokuma's account. Suddenly the killing game began. Monokuma also revealed that the reason Kyoko wears gloves is to hide something she doesn't want anyone to see. Kyoko used Monokuma's secret tool, which grants access to any... Oh! Oh!
So I couldn't possibly have gotten into my room.
Wrong.
No, that's wrong. No, Kyoko could have gotten into her room. You said so yourself, didn't you, Kyoko?
Monokuma's secret tool?
Kyoko stole it from the headmaster's room. It lets you get into any room in the school. Which means she could have used it to get into her own room.
Then I guess that's it.
You're giving up just like that? You admit to killing...
No, I'm simply recognizing that I lost.
What are you talking
This is a
about?
banger ass song, man.
Like I said, this was a trap, and I wasn't able to escape it. So I lost. That's all this means.
Why'd she turn around?
Then, are you saying you really didn't... Kyoko, you really aren't the killer?
Okay, time's up!
Huh?
I'm sorry to say, but your time is up! All done, all finished! The class trial is
Wait, so
all
pursuing-
over!
But that's ridiculous! Since when is there any...
It's because you were late, so the trial started late and time ran out! So then, it's time for voting time, okay? Everyone, please vote using
Wait, but we
the
don't know.
lever in front of you! But I guess we already know who the blackened is, don't we?
What? I'm confused. Did I get this right or wrong? She just said... Unless you're gonna tell me right now. Good job, you got it right. Brilliantly right. We got it right? Does that mean Kyoko really is the killer? But something strange is going on here. There's something wrong with this whole class trial.
Now then, I've prepared a very special punishment!
Punishment this time. Is everyone ready? Okay then.
Let's give it everything we've got!
I'm not getting any info before she dies? Did I fuck up? Or is this supposed to happen? Bro, was there an... letting her lie, would that have furthered the truth? It's just she didn't do it, but she... But she said she didn't do it. That she just lost. Bro, no, 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 no. That's how the class trial of Makuro Ikusawa came to an end. I started to wonder whether Kyoko was actually innocent or whether the truth was lost forever. Even for me, I just stopped thinking about it. That was the end of Makuro's class trial, and in the end, it would prove to be our last class trial. Once that case was over, there was never a single murder at Hope Peak again. We had the same peace in exchange for the lives of all the others. Peace, but only inside the school. Peace, but only for us. That was the only hope we had. Hope, hope, hope. This is hope.
No! This isn't right!
Oh, shit. Okay.
Makoto, why are you staring off into space? Don't you
Okay,
have a rebuttal for
I
Kyoko's
was
claim?
about to be mad. I only chose it because she's the one who told me to always move forward. But maybe she's saying that we keep pushing this trial. Yeah, Hina's fucking everyone. What the hell? What the fuck was going on? I have to believe in Kyoko. There's no way she would kill someone. There has to be some secret here. Something that has to do with the mastermind's trap that Kyoko mentioned.
Well, does no one
Bro,
have
I only chased after the lie because she
you
basically
decided to
told me.
accept her
She
assertion
taught
as
me this
fact?
the whole game. She'd always be like, wait, Makoto,
I see.
did you pick that up?
So you still
Wait,
refuse
yeah.
to accept it.
So I just went.
I
you know what
suppose
I mean?
we have to admit that Kyoko didn't put the locker key in her room.
That's
that it was someone
good to
else.
see the end, that ending though.
But who else could it have been?
I mean, Byakuya had a room key, right?
You! What are you trying to imply?
But of course, I have an alibi. From nighttime on, I was with you guys the entire time. I couldn't possibly have killed anyone, or put the key in Kyoko's room.
Well, someone had to put the key in there.
There's only one other possibility I can think of. Someone could have had the key on them, then once they arrived at the scene, pretended to find it there.
What? It had to be
Oh.
Makoto, right?
I don't see any other option.
Yeah, I don't know.
Oh, wait a second.
I gotta
You've
see
got
that
it all
again.
wrong.
I gotta look at it after this.
Let's think about it one more time. There's gotta be a hidden side to this case.
Huh? A hidden side?
First of all, there's something off about this entire trial. You all see it, don't you? Mukuro, who we didn't even know existed, suddenly shows up dead. And then we're thrown into a trial. And Kyoko even said, it's a trap the mastermind set for us. So that's why this has to be...
Okay, time's up!
Huh?
Time's up! Class trial's all over! Everyone can stop talking now!
What?
Time's up?
What do you mean time's up? There's no time's up. Since when have we...
It's because you were late, so we had to push back the start time. So then, it's time for voting time, okay? Everyone, please vote using the lever in front of you!
Voting time?
Yo. Sab, why do you always be gifting subs, bro? Thank you. What? It's over like that? What? What? And I got a freaking SS Plus? That's good shit right there.
Now, who will be chosen as the blackened? Will you make the right choice or the dreadfully
What
wrong
the
one?
hell?
Hey, hold on! What's it gonna be? What's it gonna be?
What is happening here, bruh? Who we voting for? People from Monokuma? What? You think I'm the killer? Sorry, man. Yeah, sorry. It's all your fault. Everyone, you're wrong. You got it all wrong. I didn't do it.
Yes, indeed.
Good job, everyone. Good job.
Yep.
Yeah, they got it right. He just saying it's right. Even though he just said that what's her name was right too. None of this makes any sense. This whole trial doesn't make any sense.
Hey.
It makes perfect sense.
Shing.
It's the same as always. It's just like all the other class trials, and I'm gonna end it the same way.
Chills,
It's time for your
chills,
heart-pounding, hustling,
chills.
thrilling punishment. Wait, why do I? Kyoko.
I don't expect you to forgive me. I know this is all my fault.
Let's give it everything we've got! It's punishment time!
So I die? And I guess, wait, but what did I say earlier? That I would die and I probably continues playing as her. But we'll see. Bro, I said this shit so much earlier too. So she gets me killed. This is my murder, my defeat. This can't be, bruh. This just cannot be. I did say that she would become the MC. Unless, what if she stops it? No, right? Is he turning blue from holding his breath, or Let's go! We gambled, bro. We fucking gambled. Wait. Huh? I'm still gonna die, though. I'm landing on my neck. What's this? What's going on? Hey, was that... Yeah, it had to be. Alter ego. Oh, she got into the system, bruh. Is this some stupid virus from that stupid guy? He must have planted it when he invaded my network. Damn it all to hell. I don't believe this. Why didn't she do that for her? Why did she do it for Kyoko? Because he finally made a miscalculation. No, you miscalculated from the very beginning.
What the heck?
What was that?
In other words,
What I'm saying is you shouldn't have underestimated us. Why are you talking like you already won? I barely felt a thing. It was a pinch, an inch. An itch. The stupid virus is gone now. Got it? And so is Makoto. Maybe I didn't get to smash him flat, but you're never gonna see him again. To waste away in a garbage-strewn pit in a way that's an even better special punishment. But it's still not enough. I'm still not satisfied. I'm still gonna bring despair to the rest of you. Bring despair to the entire world. So we're gonna play as either Kyoko trying to find him now, or we're just gonna find our way back. I guess I don't know. Is he gone? Hey Kyoko, what's the meaning of all this? Just what the hell's going on?
calm down.
It's okay. We're not the ones being trapped this time. Huh?
In other words,
Now it's the mastermind that's ensnared. What are you talking about?
so
You'll understand soon enough. Very soon indeed. Kyoko. What? Hey, we got the regular, the daytime bop when I fell from the fucking tower. The massive high school towers over all the buildings in this bustling urban area. It's like the school stands at the center of the entire world. Hope Speak Academy. It brings in top students from every field imaginable. A government-funded school of privilege. They say if you come here, you manage to graduate. Yeah, I mean, we've seen this from the beginning. There are 2 things you need to attend this school. Yeah, we already done this. Why am I doing this? Was me. What? Where am I? I woke up with my head resting on top of a hard wooden desk. My body felt heavy. It wouldn't be weird for me to zonk off in the middle of some boring class or whatever, but... Nick, there wasn't any classroom I'd been in before. What the heck is going on? Huh? Finally, I could finally feel my mind and body start to come back together again, and then I was awake, or was this just another dream? The dream had a hopeless nightmare. No, this isn't a dream. I could tell because the stench invading my nostrils was too powerful for a dream. What an awful smell. I was in a vast dark cavern with the barest hints of light seeping in. Trash was piled high all across the area. This must be some kind of underground garbage pit. A heck of a situation to find myself in. But that was just the beginning of my problems. Was I going to be stuck in there till I wasted away and died? No, I can't let that happen. Not after what my good friend went through to save me. I remembered all too well what had happened. Alter Ego saved me, and he used up the last bit of his strength to do it. Spirit bomb that bitch. So I can't give up now. For myself and for my friend. And with that, my pursuit of survival began. First up was to start looking for a way out of here. Damn, is it the end? That's a rocket and a tank. I better not think too much about what I'm seeing down here. Is that an airplane? How's something like that wind up in the school's garbage pit? It's locked. No matter how many times I pushed or pulled or kicked at it, it didn't budge. Getting out of here isn't going to be that easy. Well, I'm not going to be getting out of here anytime soon. I decided to look around for some food. There's plenty of food here, but it's all rotten. But that was pointless too. Next, I searched for some water. How can I be sure which liquids I can drink and which ones are an all-around bad idea? Again, pointless. I feel like I'm blocked in on all sides. But that's still not enough reason to give up because I'm still alive. As long as I'm alive, I'll never give up. After making that proud declaration, the next thing I decided to do was jerk off. Go to sleep. My sleep was deep and uninterrupted. That was my only way to preserve what little strength I had left. After not being able to eat or drink, I can't be sure, but I think at least a full day had to have passed. And all I did was sleep and sleep. It was like I was waiting for some kind of sign to come falling out of the sky. However, what fell from the sky wasn't a sign, not exactly. A crunch. What the? The strange sound pierced my silent isolation, jarring me awake. As I watched, the pile of garbage jostled and formed an odd shape. Did something fall down over there? Something fell from up above. What could it have been? Did a giant piece of trash just fall down here? I carefully stretched my hand out toward whatever it was that had tumbled down here with me.
Just a second.
A giant piece of trash? Rude. Oh? Before she even emerged from the pile of garbage, I knew who it was. My goat.
It smells awful.
This place smells awful. Kyoko,
Indeed.
you look like you're doing better than I expected. What are you doing here?
So-
Isn't it obvious? I'm here to help you. I'm glad to hear that, Kyoko. You've got a bit of garbage in your hair. She gave her head a quick, sharp shake to get rid of the trash, then faced me again.
Hey.
First, I have something for you. Go ahead and eat it. We could talk once you're finished. Oh, thanks. Thank you. I snatched the bread and water she was holding out for me. Within seconds, it was in my mouth and making its way down toward my stomach. Who cares? Phew, that really hit the spot. Now I've got all the energy I need to keep going. But you still haven't given up then? Of course not. After all, the fact that I can keep going forward is about all I'm good at. Oh, but the reason why is also because he's the ultimate lucky student. But that's not such a bad thing to be good at. But Kyoko, why'd you come to rescue me? To pay a debt, or no, to atone. Atone? During the trial, even though you knew I was lying, you didn't say anything. So you knew that I knew.
Indeed.
But even though I knew, I did nothing to help you. I abandoned you. Don't say that. You didn't abandon me. No, that's exactly what I did. I abandoned you in order to save my own life. You were trying to save me, and I couldn't bring myself to do the same for you.
However...
But listen, not that I'm trying to make excuses, but there was a reason that I had to survive no matter the cause. Dead ass, bruh. I did. Why did you have to survive?
It's true.
I'll tell you everything. The reason I have to survive
In other words...
is so that I can do what I came to the school to do. What? I made up my mind to come to Hope's Peak Academy for one very important reason. You came for some reason for coming so you have some reason for coming to Hope's Peak.
Indeed.
That's right, at least I did once. Once?
I...
And so recently I'd forgotten what it was. You forgot, but that's... I had no memory of what my purpose was. No memory, that's impossible.
Huh?
Then, is it really true you lost your memory?
Makoto.
You remember, Makoto? You remember the first thing that happened to each of us as soon as we arrived to the school? The first thing. You're talking about when we fainted, right? I fainted, and when I woke up, I was trapped here.
That's right.
I fainted too, and when I woke up, I noticed a strange feeling of separation within myself, a disconnect.
It would seem...
Thinking back on it now, at that point, my memory was gone. At that time, I had forgotten. I couldn't remember why I had come to the school, and I couldn't remember what my ultimate ability was. But what would make you forget all that?
Hey.
Strange, isn't it? It's hard to imagine it happened by chance. It seems too convenient. Are you saying you think you lost your memory because...
Indeed.
I don't think... I'm positive it was the work of the mastermind. They stole my memory. But why would they want to do that? There's only one reason I could come up with. Because of my purpose and my ability. Somehow they would interfere with the mastermind's plans. So the mastermind just stole them from you?
However...
And it could also mean somehow my memories may be connected to the mystery of the school and the mastermind. Which is why I have to get them back. That's why I've been investigating things by myself this whole time. But if what you say is true, why didn't you ask the rest of us to help you?
Why is that?
If I did that and we all worked as one, the mastermind would have noticed right away. Plus, there's always a chance that the mastermind is actually one of us. What?
Correct.
Well, don't make too big of a deal of it. It's just a possibility. But since it is a possibility, we can't ignore it, right? The mastermind, one of us. If she believed that, then of course she couldn't trust anyone around her. In which case, it only makes sense that she would look into her missing memory by herself.
However...
So I guess me then lying for her would made her understand that I was not the mastermind. That being said, there was a limit of what I could do myself, which is why I asked you to help me. But why me? Because among everyone, you were least likely to be the mastermind. That was just intuition, but... Oh, that's fire, okay. So hopefully, you said 3 hours or more. I see. Your intuition was right, though. There's no way an ordinary kid like me could have been the mastermind. I understand. I should understand everything.
My goal isn't to get out of here. It's to stay here.
Huh? Wait, so... Yeah. It's just like the dream I had before. But why did it just happen?
Listen.
Are you okay? Oh, yeah, it's nothing. It is nothing, right?
Hey.
Even now, I still trust you, you know? It's just, I'm not used to relying on others.
Correct.
I know I never asked you for help the right way, so I understand if you're not convinced. Honestly, I was convinced. I think that's just her personality. No, nigga, you're just a simp. You said you had a reason for doing all that. So how'd you turn out? Were you able to remember anything? I
So...
think there's a lot I don't remember, but at the very least, I was finally able to recall my purpose and my ability. You mentioned your ability. My ability, what everyone should have known for me, is the ultimate... Is that not obvious? Was that not supposed to be obvious? And I thought we read that. Didn't we read that? I thought there was an ultimate detective when we in the beginning of the game that we read that, right? I'm pretty sure we knew this. And obviously, the way she was... I mean, this is obvious. The ultimate detective? And the reason it came to Hope Speak Academy, there was someone I had to find here in the school. This, you don't know. You had to find someone. Who? Well, it was the headmaster of Hope Speak Academy. The headmaster? Why did you want to find the headmaster? I knew it! I knew it! I knew it! Oh my god, bruh. When she mentioned that she had to find someone here before, there was like a reason she had to come here, or when her face got like sick or whatever the fuck from mentioning the headmaster, I knew it. I was like, bruh, that's gonna be her fucking father. That's crazy. What?
In other words,
I was separated from him as a child. As it turns out, he became the headmaster of Hope's Peak. Now, this I didn't expect. I just thought that she just, you know, Kyoko's dad is Hope's Peak's headmaster. And that explains when Alter Ego told us how he thought the headmaster was involved. I'll find a way. No matter what it takes, I'll find the headmaster.
No matter what?
So,
Yeah. Nah, yeah, Dennis would have been like, dude. I'm pretty sure you find that information on her. You just don't know. It just doesn't say what the student's name is. But if not, then, I mean, I've assumed this since day one, as soon as she was acting like a goddamn detective. And her fit. You know what I mean? When he said that, I felt strange. It makes perfect sense now, of course, since my whole purpose for coming here was to find him. That makes sense. But listen, Makoto, I want to make this perfectly clear so there's no misunderstanding. I said the headmaster wasn't the mastermind, but I didn't say that to protect him. I only said that I felt based on what I'd seen when I snuck into the headmaster's room. Then what did you see in there?
So...
The room had been ransacked. The shelves were a mess. The desk drawers dumped on the floor. The only conclusion is that someone who didn't know where anything had been in there. You mean the mastermind, right?
It's true.
That was my assumption, yes. And to confirm my suspicion, I decided to investigate the second floor of the dorm using the key I'd found. But why there? Because I also found this in the headmaster's room. Is this some kind of map?
Indeed.
It's a layout of the entirety of Hope Speak Academy. I found it in the headmaster's room along with the Makuro's profile and that key. The map showed that the second floor was home to a number of rooms meant for faculty use. Some of the staff must have had to stay overnight from time to time, and I figured the headmaster would have some kind of private room there. I assumed that if that were true, that room would likely hold more clues, so I went to check.
Correct.
And then when I finally remembered, that my purpose was to find the owner of that room. So you went there to see if the headmaster really did have a private room there?
However...
But once I got there, I noticed that the second floor of the dorms didn't have any cameras or monitors. So what was it like, that part of the school, I mean? It's hard to describe. All I can say is... The moment I saw it, I realized whatever's going on in this school is more horrific than we ever imagined. What do you mean?
So...
I can't explain it. You need to see it for yourself, and I'm sure you'll get the chance soon enough. Sounds like it must be important, and really ominous.
However...
Of course, once I said, okay. Which is why I had no idea what was going on in the rest of the building. It has to do with Makuro Ikusaba, doesn't it? Let's be perfectly clear, I didn't kill her. And I know it wasn't you either. I know you're right, but that just means everyone but you and me had an alibi, so then who did kill her?
Anyway...
What I can say for sure is that the mastermind is directly involved. To begin with, the point of the class trial of Makuro Ikusaba was to get me killed. Get you killed.
Indeed.
I stole that key and it appeared in retaliation. They wanted to draw me out and eliminate me.
Correct.
That was the point of the class trial. It was? The mastermind knew they couldn't interfere directly. You mean because of the school regulations?
That's right.
Exactly.
In other words...
That mastermind is adamant about following the rules, and with that rule in place, they couldn't step in. Since they couldn't kill me themselves, they tried to use the class trial to do it. The mastermind couldn't step in because of the rules. That makes it sound like the mastermind themselves is somehow bound by the school regulations.
Hey.
There's one other thing I'd like to point out about the murder of Makuro Ikusaba. What's that? There was a point where Makuro may not have become the victim. It could have been you, Makoto. I could have been the victim?
Indeed.
You know what I'm talking about, right? Do you mean... during the night? I can hear them, you know. The footsteps of the god of death. What? I can hear the god of death as he moves. The ability naturally draws me into cases just like this. What?
Anyway.
Which is exactly what happened with you. I was in the dorms and I had a sudden sense of dread. I looked down the stairwell. Bro, this bitch got Sakamoto Days blue lock abilities, bruh. And I saw a white shadow cross the corridor. I gave the chase right away. As I followed, I saw the shadow go into your room.
Correct.
I ran into your room and I saw what was happening. I intervened immediately, of course.
However...
What wasn't the end of things, of course. I stopped them, but that led to... Whoever the mass assailant was, they ended up dead.
Correct.
And their murder was disguised, and the dojo key wound up in my room. It all has to be the work of the mastermind in an attempt for the class trial, to use the class trial to eliminate me. So all this would mean that whoever killed Makuro is also the mastermind,
Indeed.
right? I don't have conclusive evidence, but that's what I think. But that's really bad if true. It means the mastermind can kill whoever they want if they feel like it. Wait, but doesn't that create another contradiction? The mastermind wanted to use the class trial to try and kill you because they couldn't interfere, right?
Correct.
You're right, that is a contradiction. And it's not Makuro. They needed the class trial to kill me, but seemed ready to kill you in your room. Everything they did is a contradiction. So what does it all mean?
In other words...
It means that the mastermind is the one who's been cornered. Huh?
Makoto.
Just a little more. A little more and I should be able to figure out the mastermind's identity. The identity of the other Ultimate Despair. The other Ultimate Despair? So that the Makuro was the Ultimate Despair and that she's dead. But I don't think the Ultimate Despair is just one person. It's two people. It's not?
Indeed.
If you think about it, the Ultimate Despair seems to implicate whoever caused that event. You're talking about
That's right.
what happened a year ago, the biggest, most awful, most tragic event in human history. The tragic whoever is responsible for that, a tragedy whoever, they're the Ultimate Despair. This big old group whose only purpose and motivation comes from despair, then there, make no mistake. They're the root of all the evil that forced us to go through this. That is the Ultimate Despair, and that is our real enemy. 100-mile dash, pain of a junk food junkie. Okay. Dream Island Rocket. The Ultimate Despair. A group of people who caused a tragedy 1 year ago. Those same people put together this killing game and began broadcasting it around the world. The most desperately awful group of people ever. That is the mastermind's true identity. Our enemy has finally been revealed. But right now...
Anyway...
Right now we have to get out of this horrible place. Figuring out the rest of the story can come after. Yeah, you're right. Okay. We're on chapter 6. I think we about to call it wraps right there. Hey, the story getting crazy, bro. Obviously, I assumed that she was the ultimate detective. I mean, what the fuck? And, I don't know. I definitely did. I thought it was Byakuya for a second because of the key thing, but it was just, I think that was just her using it as a way to just still deflect blame off her. And that's what she kept pinning me, because I needed to be the one killed. But I just got lucky and saved. She didn't know that was gonna happen. So yeah, that's fire. Also, she is not wearing the boots I thought she was. So